In 2002, J.C. Lewis led the Los Lomas Knights to the North Coast Section 2A Championship. This year the question was, would the loss of Lewis, Joe Davis, and Dan Knockman cause the Knights to rebuild? The answer is no. And tonight, the Reloaded Knights battle the monsters from Mid-County, the Clayton Valley Eagles, with defensive MVP Joe Mortensen for the 3A North Coast Section Championship. Next on Comcast. High school football on Comcast. Tonight it's the North Coast Section 3A Championship between the Los Lomas Knights and the Clayton Valley Eagles. Dan Wall, Steve Sanchez as always, and Steve, this should be a great game. We've kind of targeted this one when we saw the brackets that came out earlier back in November. Clayton Valley 10-2 on the year. Great defense. Los Lomas, of course, the great offense. Let's talk a little bit about Los Lomas. They have a very balanced offense, and the big question before the year was, could anyone replace J.C. Lewis? And John Lawliger's done a great job.
You know, Dan, he's done a great job. He's been the leader. They're back here again because he had one of the major reasons, but his quarterback rating is out of the universe here. He's thrown 15 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he's really led him. Done a great job.
Yeah, they have a very good team. Brendan Swisher also is a very good player, playing on both sides of the ball. For Clayton Valley, Herc Pardee said that if this team did exactly what he told them early this year, did the weight training, put in the time in the room, put in time in practice, they would be where they are today, and they are playing for the school's first ever North Coast Section Championship. And their quarterback has done a very good job, David Quisgard, in kind of guiding this team, even though they're a defense-dominated team.
Yeah, they really are, Dan, but Quisgard's done a very good job distributing the ball, making it a balanced offense. They got Ross, they got Mortensen. They can just distribute Garthwaite. They got a lot of guys that they can distribute the ball to, and he does a good job at doing that. But the defense is the story of that team, but he's a catalyst of that team, too.
Yeah, the defense led by Joe Mortensen, the BVL MVP this year. It's Clayton Valley and Los Lomas next here on Comcast.
This championship game features two teams that have overcome a lot to get here. For Los Lomas, they've lost key members to last year's 2A championship team, including their quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and all 5 starting offensive linemen. Yet here they are. For Clayton Valley, they've shrugged off 2 years of a 6-14 record, and now they have a chance to claim the school's first ever NCS championship. This should be a good one. Let's go upstairs to Dan and Steve.
Thanks, Tony. And Steve, we have about 4 minutes before the game gets underway. You can see the Clayton Valley Eagles are being introduced on the field right now, and we're just kind of give you some background for tonight's game. But before we get started, one thing I wanted to say, Steve, I think we should do this before, and I'm sure we'll do it at the end. I want to thank everyone who's been involved in high school football with us here on Comcast this year, all the sponsors and all the crew members, because amazingly, Steve, we thought tonight was going to be our last night, but the heavens opened up, and they said, come on down to Oakland tomorrow and tape the Pittsburgh De La Salle game, and so we're going to be there for the 2nd straight year, and we will tape the Pittsburgh De La Salle game tomorrow, or actually it will be today if you're watching this game on Comcast, and we'll show it to you next weekend at 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So Steve, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. For Clayton Valley, 2 times they have been to the North Coast Section Championship, and amazingly enough, Coach Pardee was the JV coach at Pittsburgh when they lost to Pittsburgh in 1985.
That's right.
They also lost to Bishop O'Dowd. So this is their first chance. So assess their chances of winning tonight's ball game.
Well, Dan, whenever you got a defense as good as these guys, you can play with anybody. And you look at their 2 losses. Those were 2 losses that really give them away. The other opponent stole them. Well, however you want to do it. They shouldn't have lost those games. They lost both of them. They really shouldn't. They were back-to-back weeks. But this team showed a lot of character, and they bounced back, and I'm really in love with their defense. You watch tonight. They're going to swarm to the ball. They're all over the place. They're a very aggressive defense, and whenever you got a defense that good, you can win anywhere, anytime, any place.
One of the things that the paper mentioned today, the Contra Costa Times, is the pressure John Lawliger should get from Joe Mortensen and company, and that could be a very interesting point in tonight's game. Last week, Clayton Valley beat Bishop O'Dowd 24-14, but they were outgained in that game. And that's, as you pointed out, their defense is usually what leads that team. Quiscard had a nice game last week with 142 yards passing. Mortensen had 3 receptions for 42 yards. But they're the kind of team, you know, like in Pittsburgh, a lot of times Cliff will have a big game or Robinson will have a big game. Clayton Valley, everyone seems to have a big game. And you have guys like Quiscard, who you see leading the team out onto the field right now. The running back, Aaron Johnson, 2 good wide receivers in Garthwaite and Ross. Mortensen, the tight end, very good defense. They're a very balanced team.
They really are, Dan. And you know what they remind me of, if you really think about it? You know, we're old guys, young guys ain't going to know this. But if you remember the 72 Dolphins, they did just enough to win. And they didn't lose the whole year. You know, the only team, the last team to go undefeated in the NFL. And this team reminds me a lot of that Clayton Valley. They do just what they got to do to win. And they do it. And I'm really impressed with them. On the other side of the ball, Los Lomas. You know, Longero, you can't tip your hat enough to that guy. What a great job he's done since he's come in, Dan. And, you know, this is going to be a good one. It really is exciting, really intriguing.
Los Lomas has won 2 North Coast Section championships, including last year's where they beat Acalanes here at Diablo Valley College. We brought you that game. A lot of fun. They were the darlings. You know, Clayton Valley have been the darlings this year on Comcast. Broadcast that we've had the Clayton Valley on. Last year we had Los Lomas on 5 times. Maybe that's the magic number for winning a championship. Last week they beat College Park 48-14. Lawliger had a good game. Swisher, a very good game. Los Lomas has ran the ball 400 yards in the last 2 playoff games. That's a very interesting thing. Can Clayton Valley stop the running game? Those guys that run the ball for them, Jeff Anderlight, Adam Pomerantz, we saw them last year as juniors, and they were very good players.
Yeah, you know, and I talked to Coach Pardee before the game, and he says he feels the keys is their quarterback can also beat you with the legs. Okay, you got to watch him. He can get you with the legs. He feels that moving the football and having a balanced attacks and controlling the box should do it.
You can see Garthwaite, Quiscard, and Mortensen are the captains tonight. We're going to send it down to tonight's referee, Jim Magoo.
Jim Magoo? Really?
He's the ref, yes.
Mr. Magoo.
He's gonna talk.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay.
First of all, congratulations for making it into the finals. This is the last game of the year for everybody. There's an awful lot of teams who wish they were here, so congratulations. I'm going to introduce the rest of the officiating staff. I'm Mr. Magoo. Will be the referee for today's contest. The umpire is Mr. Patton. Over on that sidelines, Mr. Asmussen. In the deep backfields, Mr. Ernst. On Clayton Valley sidelines, Mr. Watkins. You were chosen as captains because you're leaders of your team, so we're going to come to you guys first if we need some help. Same thing. If you guys need anything, just let us know, okay? Los Lomas, you're the visitors. Who's going to call the toss? Number 7. That's a head. Call it before I toss it. I'm going to let it. He calls a head. And it's a head. Want to toss? And they want to receive. Which way would you guys like to kick? Want to kick that way? White, your back's over here. First, Los Lomas will receive at the scoreboard. Let's shake hands, guys. Have a great game.
Well, we had a little trouble with that mic there, Dan, but he got through. And I think it's Mr. McHugh is his name.
Well, it says Magoo.
Okay,
on my
is it
thing.
Magoo?
It's
Okay,
Magoo or
Magoo. Okay, Magoo. Okay, apologize to him.
Big Jim.
Big Jim.
Big Jim.
I don't want to be cutting on him too much. You said Mr. Magoo about had a heart attack. Go ahead.
I want to
Danny.
just point out that Brendan Swisher, Adam Pomerantz, Kevin Lowe, and Colin Corey were the captains for Los Lomas, and he mentioned that that's a great honor to be bestowed on you,
sure.
and especially in a championship game. So Los Lomas is going to get the ball first. We're going to see the great Clayton Valley defense. Clayton Valley in all blue, there they are in their huddle tonight. Their special teams coach is not listed here. They don't have a designation. I think they all do.
Hey, Dan, can I mention one person's name who I think that when I've seen him, every time I've seen him, nobody can contain him. Keep an eye.
Let's go. Killers on 3.
Let's watch this for a minute, man. Dan, Troy Vincent has not been stopped in any game I've seen him. He's a speed rusher, and he gets in that backfield and just causes havoc. Keep an eye on number 6 on defense. Let's see what he does tonight. See how much Wheaties he had to eat.
He's only 6'1", 175.
Very fast, though. And good, strong hands, good moves.
Tom McDevitt is the kicker for Clayton Valley. Back deep for Los Lomas, number 2, Ryan Frank. Los Lomas in all white with the maroon and gold trim. Clayton Valley in the all blue with the white and red trim. It's the Eagles against the Knights for the North Coast Section 3A Championship tonight from Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill. Dan and Steve, great to have you with us. There's the kick. It's a line drive kick, and it bounces to Frank at the 8-yard line. This is Ryan Frank up the right side, still on his feet, and knocked down at about the 20, and that's where Los Lomas will take over. Here's the starting offense for the Knights. Lawliger, the quarterback, Anderlight and Pomerantz are the running backs, Yamashita and Spiegel, the wide receivers, Brendan Swisher, the tight end. Across the front line, Corey Swisher, which is Brendan's younger brother, Deleuze, Lowe, and Jacobson for Coach Longero.
And Dan, Sean Bailey, number 44, was on the special team. So kudos to Sean. He comes out, fired up, makes a nice tackle. That gets you always going.
12-yard return. Los Lomas comes out with 2 backs. And now they send Anderlight out wide here in this offense. Swisher is off the line on first down. And now in motion. Handoff to Pomerantz. Pomerantz, a nice chunky yardage near a first down.
Yeah.
Yes, he has it over the 30 to 31-yard line. Tackled that time by Mortensen and also number 3, Aaron Johnson. Here's the defense. Troy Vincent at one end, as Steve mentioned. Jaggers, Cassidy, and Schneider is not starting tonight. Excuse me, Schneider is starting.
Yes.
Excuse me, there's another change in that lineup. Bailey and Mortensen are 2 of the linebackers with Tyler Allman. Aaron Johnson and Alex Ross are the corners. Garthwaite and Podol are the safeties.
And Johnson was in on that tackle right there, Dan. Give the coaching staff a real nice call. They audibleized and they did a shift and they got them shifting the defense and they ran right where they weren't.
Well, you can see they're running behind Swisher, who's putting a block on Vincent there. Another nice chunky yardage, a gain of about 7. Jaggers was there to make the tackle with Mortensen.
Mortensen, 66 and 5.
Both
yep.
of those plays, they just ran Swisher in motion and ran right behind him.
And you know, right now what they're doing, I notice right now, obviously they've been watching Vincent. They're going right at him, and they're trying to push him off the ball with their size, and they're not letting him use his speed to get upfield. So that could be a key on that side. They may be going at him, straight at him, Dan.
2nd and 3 early in the first quarter. Lawliger, hands off. Actually, no, he faked. Oh, that was a great fake, too, and Lawliger's at the 50. He had me and the entire Clayton Valley offense fooled. They made the tackle on the first back. Let's see if we can see this on the replay, but Lawliger made a great fake. He had everyone in the stadium thinking that he handed it off.
And this is what Coach Pardee right here, Dan. Watch this. Everybody bites on it right there, and look at him with the ball. Right there, he's just got open real estate right here. Real nice move on his part right here.
There's Swisher again.
Yep, there's Swisher leading the way. Number 4 for Clayton Valley on the tackle. I think that's Johnson. Am I right? No,
it's
Johnson.
Alex Ross.
That's Alex Ross. Thank you, Daniel.
16-yard gain, first down. The second first down of this drive. Los Lomas moving the ball, hand off Pomerantz, and this time there's nothing there.
Sean Bailey, big number 44, he stuffed that. And number 74, Dan, on defense for Clayton Valley. Davis, I guess.
That's Brandon Davis.
Brandon
he switched
Davis.
his number on us.
Yeah, he did.
Listed
Brandon
as
Davis.
64 on the roster. He's 74.
Okay.
And also Mortensen was there as well. So a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. But you can see Los Lomas already coming out, showing you something you haven't seen before, Steve.
Yep.
Lawliger, first pass of the game, throws near sideline to Yamashita. And Yamashita, an all-league performer this year for Los Lomas, had that in his hands and he dropped. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Let's watch a replay right here, Dan. It's just a real quick 2-step drop right here out in the flat. And boy, he'd like to have that again, right in his hands right there. And you know what? So far, I've been really impressed with Los Lomas with the play calling. What they've been doing is really kind of mixing it up, and I really like what they're doing early, Dan.
3rd and 9 at the 44-yard line of Clayton Valley. No score first quarter. You see Yamashita come out near side. 2 wide receivers, far sideline. Lawliger to throw. 3-step drop, throws. And he has a receiver, Spiegel. Great play, though, by Ross to keep him in bounds and short of a first down. It'll be 4th and 3 at the 38-yard line. And this is going to be a big call for Coach Longero.
Yep. And I think they're going to go for it right here, Dan. You're right. I mean, watch this. A quick step drop right here. Right there on the sidelines. Ross does a very good job of keeping him to a minimum right there. That could have been moving the chains right there. And at this point right here, Dan, you got to go for it because you kick it in the end zone. All you do is pick up about 16 yards. So.
And Clayton Valley's really not a quick strike offense.
No.
They're pretty legitimate when they go down the field with the ball.
First big play of the game, Dan.
4th, and we're going to call it 3. Lawliger sends Swisher in motion. Looks like they're going to set up that same play, but now Lawliger to throw, and he throws it behind number 9, Jack Davis, and Clayton Valley will take over the first big defensive stop of the game, and there's the defense at Clayton Valley for you.
Exactly, Dan. And Mortensen looked like he played a part jumping up. And number 9 on defense right there, Dan, too, for Garthwaite. Number 9, he did a real good job, too. Here you go, Dan.
Here's the Clayton Valley offense. Quiscard, the quarterback. Aaron Johnson and Herb Williams. We'll see both in the backfield. Garthwaite and Alex Ross. We'll also see Brett Lauer, wide receiver. Joe Mortensen, of course, the great tight end. Cavanis, Davis, Maris, Murphy, and Cassidy across the front line for Coach Herc Pardee and the 10-2 Eagles. And as Steve mentioned, there are only 2 losses to arch rivals Antioch and Pittsburgh, and both of those games were decided very, very late. Clayton Valley could be 12-0 tonight, Steve, if they hadn't lost those 2 games. Play action, Quisgard throwing down the middle, has Ross wide open. Ross is at the 10, touchdown Clayton Valley. They ran this play on the first play of the game earlier this season. It didn't connect. Tonight it does. 62 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and Clayton Valley's on top. We said they're not quick strike, but they were on that play, Steve.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you what a beautiful throw by Quisgard, too. I mean, you want to talk about putting it right in the breadbasket. And Ross, he ran a great post route and just fantastic throw, fantastic catch. Wow. Early.
I think they ran that same play against, if I'm not mistaken, Pittsburgh on the first drive, and he missed Ross off his fingertips. Would have been a big play. This time it connects. Touchdown, 62 yards on the first play. McDivitt's kick is up. And he missed it. It's no good. So with 8:58 to go first quarter, 6-0 Clayton Valley. And let's take another look at the touchdown, Steve.
Well, and here you go right here, Dan. Play action fake right here. And look at this throw. But Ross right there's the separation you're looking for. Boy, and I tell you what, he's off to the hot tub.
Hot tub.
Hot tub!
He beat Shaw Kalina. Here's another look at it from the end zone.
Here it is. Here's our scissor lift look here, Dan. Here, right here, he's saying, I'm just going to lay it out there, and boy, look at this. What a beautiful, good camera work, fellas. It's a game of inches, Dan.
And they made it.
Yep.
Touchdown. That's Ross with the touchdown. 6-0 Clayton Valley. So there's the Clayton Valley special teams huddle, Steve. A great start for Clayton Valley. And as we mentioned, they're known for their defense. They have scored 39 points a game over the course of the last couple of games. And if you look at their average on the year, they've averaged 30 points a game versus giving up just 9 a game.
And you know what? You look at the thing, the most they've ever given up all year is 20 points against Liberty. And, everybody else, you look down, they give up 12 to College Park, 7 to California, 12, 6 to Reno, 7 to YV, 7 to Antioch, and lost. How that happened, they escaped. 13 to Pitt in overtime, 6 and 3. I mean, the defense is just all year has reigned true for them.
Yeah, they're 10-2. Beat American 2 weeks ago. We had that game for you. Beat Bishop O'Dowd last week. We'll tell you a little bit more about the Los Lomas offense here when they get the ball. McDevitt to kick. Frank is back deep once again, and the line drive kick. Frank takes it at the 8-yard line once again. This time has a little bit more of a wall set up, gets outside at the 20. He's at the 25 and finally tackled at the 28-yard line. Down there on special teams, Adam Schneider and number 16, Justin Vincent made the tackle, and Los Lomas will take over.
And Kyle Ballard, he was there for Clayton Valley too on special teams then.
20-yard return on that kick.
And you know what? I'm glad it's not raining.
Absolutely.
I love it when it doesn't rain because everybody says, it's going to rain and tomorrow's it going to rain and whatever. Just chin them up and let's go.
That's what I always tell you right before we get to the game.
Okay, Dan 1, Steve nothing. We're starting early, huh?
The ball is marked at the 28-yard line, first down. Swisher in motion, and they hand off to Swisher, the big man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He rumbles, and he bumbles, and he stumbles.
Yes.
And he gets about 8, maybe 9 yards on that carry. And that, you know what, that might...
That's a nice Chris Berman by you. I like that. That's very nice.
That might kind of go back to last week. Remember when Tony Ferreras, remember that play when he pancaked the guy, and we said that might have been a play he wanted to run earlier in the game.
Right.
Well, maybe Coach Longero picked up on that. You know, Ron Thompson was the head coach at Los Lomas a couple of years ago, and they're good friends. He might have said, you know what, maybe I should run Swisher early in the game.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you about Swisher. He's a load. He's a player, too, I tell you. He's been there I think he's been playing at Los Lomas since 3rd grade.
Yeah, every game we've done, he's been there.
Yep.
Lolliger play action throws. It's intended for someone on the ground. It's going to be pass interference. It was intended for Swisher, and Garthwaite was riding him all the way, and that's going to be pass interference.
Well, that's awfully close, Dan, but, I guess they're going to call it. But I'll tell you what, I like what Los Lomas is doing early. They're mixing it up. They're doing play action, and that's just Longero for you, and their offensive coordinator, Dan, over there.
Which is Longero.
Which is, the same guy. Look at that. Doug Longero, he's the head coach and the offensive coordinator. So I guess when he gets mad, he yells at himself on offense.
By the way, on the Los Lomas sideline with Coach Longero, Nick Pavlich, Warren Parker, Don Bradshaw, longtime assistant, Ron Bunning, Jim Carlson, Dan Ornelas is the JV coach. at Los Lomas High School. They, like you said, Steve, you know, this is another team that kind of had some down years back in the mid-'90s, but they've really come back over the past 5 or 6 years.
They really have.
They've been a playoff stalwart over the past 4 or 5 years. We've had them here in semifinals, and then last year in the final, and then once again this year in the final. So Los Lomas doing a great job over there. The ball now in Clayton Valley territory at the 49, handoff to Anderlight, and Anderlight runs into Mr. Mortensen, and he puts end to that quickly after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, once you run into that, the party's usually over about then. You know, you get to number 5. Once number 5 grabs a hold of you, folks, you can just pretty much turn off the lights and take a nap because you're not going to go much farther. Watch number 5 right here. Here he is, taking on a block, and this is what he does. He just closes so good, and once he grabs you, you're done.
Well, the thing is, too, is that he usually doesn't need anyone else to help him make the tackle.
No.
Second and 8. Lolliger, another short drop. You know, that isn't working.
No, that quick slant, that was the Spiegel. Now, you remember his brother. Spiegel, the field goal kicker?
No, that was Spidell.
Oh, that was Spidell. Spider-Man.
You're close. You're only off by
you know
a
what
letter.
it is? I got a bill from Spiegel, my wife's. That's what it was. It's about $350.
There you go.
That's what threw me off.
You can say hi to Richie Spidell, Man, if he's out there listening.
Oh, I'm sure he is. His parents. They were. You know, one thing about Los Lomas, there's a good shot of the Los Lomas crowd. I sure miss them people over there. We used to go over there and have a lot of fun with them guys.
Well, you know what? We won't be there next year because they're going to rebuild their field and they're going to play at Acalanes, but I'm sure we'll be back.
Okay.
We missed a game because of the Jewish holiday. We were going to do the Miramani
that's
game.
right.
We had to move it. But they made it to the championship, and that ensures that you get on. Here's a pass for Yamashita, and it's high and incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and Los Lomas is going to have to kick. And the passing game, which is 1 of 5 for Lolliger to start the ball game.
Well, John, Joe Mortensen right there, number 5. Let's watch number 5 right here. Watch him shoot this gap. What timing? Watch this, Dan. Right now, you're in trouble. You better get rid of it. And that's the only reason this didn't play. He almost connected. If number 5 does not do that, great call by the defensive coach, Dan, Jerry Coakley, and what a great job that guy's done. You got to give him some kudos. I was talking to Coach Pardee. He goes, Steve, please mention Coakley. I mean, that's his baby, the defense, and that was a great call right there on his part.
Pat Ward to punt. Podal and Garth Wade are deep. And Podal's going to let it bounce, and it's going to take a Los Lomas bounce and be downed inside the 5-yard line. That's where Clayton Valley will take over. They're going to have to go 98 yards to score on this drive, Steve. And the Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by great friends of the program here. Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria. Thanks for tonight's crew meal, guys.
And thank you, Rocco, for the whole year, buddy.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program and Mr. Funnelhead.
Thank you, Funnel.
Mazet Pontiac, now in Pittsburgh.
All you guys at Clayton Valley, go buy a car from Matt. That's the reason we're on tonight.
ParamountTechnology.com in Concord.
Thank you for fixing my computer.
Brendan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. You can see the Haunted Mansion at Brendan.
Yeah, you can see that.
S&S Import Service.
Go see Randy Scott. Or Randy, not Randy.
51-yard punt. 41-yard punt, excuse me, Dave Jackson. 41-yard punt, no return. Clayton Valley takes over at the 4-yard line. Now this is Herb Williams running the ball on first down, makes a nice cut, gets back to about the 10. That's a gain of 6 on first down. Now last time we saw Clayton Valley against American, Steve, when you were ill, Johnson ran the ball almost exclusively in the first quarter. And then, we also have to do the Los Lomas defense because they scored on the first play. Swisher is one of the ends with Garland, Pomerantz, and the other Swisher, Jason. Kattenberg, one of the linebackers with Kevin Loa, a 3-year starter, and Christian Esser. In the defensive backfield, Yamashita, Kalina, Spiegel, and Todd for the Los Lomas Knights.
And Todd was in on that last tackle, number 27.
That's right. Usually when you have a one-play drive, you don't get the defense in, Steve.
No.
Quistguard hands off. This is Johnson. Oh, and then someone's helmet or head or the ball or something flew in there. You know, Kevin Lowe has put on some weight, Steve, some muscle and some weight. He was a linebacker and a running back last year. He's down here number 50 now, and he weighs 230.
Yep. And let's watch 22. Oh, boy, yeah, that's a rip. And number 22, he was also in on the tackle, Dan.
Brian Kattenberg.
Kattenberg, right? Let's watch this. Matt likes when the helmet comes off. There you go.
3rd and 3. Quistguard to throw. Sets up a screen. Inside screen. This is Ross. He didn't get there.
No, he didn't get there. He's a little bit short, Dan. And at this end of the field, they're definitely going to have to punt. Real nice stance by Los Lomas.
And that was Swisher. So you're seeing the big men on both sides of the ball, Swisher and Mortensen, come through and make big plays.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Dan, the cream always rises to the top. especially on my latte this morning on the way to work.
Did you have a latte?
I had a latte on the way to work. I treat myself to a latte every Friday.
A latte?
A latte.
Okay.
Yeah. I said, hey, give me a latte with a latte
with some
espresso in it, because I got a lot of packages to deliver.
The punter is Vincent. And Spiegel takes that kick at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's a clip, but they're going to get away with it. But there comes the flag.
There goes the flag.
Yeah, I seen that. I can see that. I think Jackson's seen that from here, so you know it's a clip.
Los Lomas with, now we're going to keep the marker up. That kick,
Block in the back.
31 yards.
Yep.
Actually, Dave Jackson said it was a 25-yard kick. Who do you believe?
You know what? Jackson was up here last week. I like him better sick. He sat in the corner, didn't say nothing.
This is really going to hurt him. They had the ball at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, right. But you definitely could see that. I mean, it was in the back. You could see it from up here. And
this is going to set Los Lomas back. That's a negative 23 on that, Steve.
That hurts.
So now they start at the 47-yard line. First down. 5:04 to go, first quarter. Clayton Valley 6, Los Lomas nothing. North Coast Section 3A championship from Diablo Valley College tonight. Play action. Lawliger, they snuffed it out. He was thrown in the backfield like the Raiders did a few weeks ago, but he doesn't get away from Garthwaite, and he's dropped for a 5-yard loss. Remember that play when the Raiders threw the guy all the way on the Jets into the end zone? This looked like it might have been the same play.
Well, Dan, you know what? That's why these guys are so good. They're everywhere. You know, these guys' defense, they I think if we sent these guys over to the Mideast, we get the 2 bearded guys we were looking for, okay? But watch this here, Dan. It's just hog-tied. That's what you call a hog-tie.
It was Vincent, I believe, first who threw him backwards, and then Lawliger couldn't come away. That time they play action to the left side, and didn't fool anyone. So it worked the first time, not the second time.
It fooled me. I was looking up the middle with the guy with the ball, so.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Lawliger to throw, has a receiver, it's Yamashita, and Yamashita gets back about 6 of those yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Yamashita was a running back in his first year on varsity last year. Now he's an all-league wide receiver.
Now, did you see how quick? Well, let's watch Ross here, Dan. Let's watch the closure on this right here, Dan. 3-step drop. This looks good, doesn't it, when he catches the ball? Now watch this. You think something's in the making? And no. It's just very good closure by Ross. And I'm telling you what, all night we're going to be mentioning different people on that defense. That's how good they are. That 9 or that 11 over there is very good. There is 11 people on defense, right, Dan?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I lost my mind.
Play action. Lawliger with time, now scrambling. Throws to no one.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, you're right, Steve. The Clayton Valley defense just has that ability to shut you down at the most opportune times, and they do it once again in another punting situation.
And you see who put the pressure on, Dan?
You can see that Lawliger is 2 of 7 for 12 yards.
Yep, and it's early. But Vincent right there, number 6, he was all over him, and he pressured him. And, boy, they didn't get much on that drive right there. They got about 3 net yards, and here comes Clayton Valley. And all of a sudden, field position kind of changed real quick because of that penalty.
Well, Clayton Valley's only allowed 30 points in their last 4 games. Ward the punter, and that's almost blocked. He just got that off. It comes down to Garthwaite at the 22-yard line, and he gets a 6-yard return. Deleuze.
And number 17.
And this year, this is the name I've been waiting all night for you to say.
Let me see. Let me do
Number
it.
17.
Eric, get your Wojo working.
Wojciechowski.
Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Wasn't he on like? That was almost a block by Vincent right there, Dan.
32-yard punt, 6-yard return.
I bet you money they call him Wojo.
Oh, well, that's what I was going to call him before Coach Longero straightened me out.
Okay.
3:21 to go first quarter, 6-0 Clayton Valley. Their 3rd possession now. This time 3 wide receivers, far sideline, 1 back behind Quistguard. It's Johnson. And a handoff to Johnson around the right side, and oh man, he got slaughtered.
Yes, he did. Boy, what a great defensive close right there, Dan.
And Lowe was there.
Number 52.
Yep, Booth, Garland, and Frisk.
Yep, Brian Booth right there. He was in on. Let's watch a replay right here. Let's watch number 52, the penetration. There's a good kick-out block. Watch 52 from the backside right here, Dan. It wasn't 52. Who was that? Well, he cleaned the mess up. I don't know if we can get it from this angle or not.
Might have been 59.
Okay, let's see. From the backside? No, it's straight on.
Oh, it was number 12.
Yeah.
It was Christian Esser.
Esser. Nice play,
initial
Christian.
contact. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Johnson. And another good defensive play. He had a blocker out in front of him. Number 75, Jesse Hunt, was leading the pack, but the Los Lomas defense got to him after a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 5, Steve, with 2:20 to go here in the first quarter.
Esser was in on it again. Probably a passing down right here, but I don't know. You can do both in high school at this position of the field, Dan. It's about 3rd and 5. They got a lot of options. Watch the tight end right here, Dan. They like their tight end on 3rd down. Pardee does. Here's the replay right here. Nice kick out block by number 55. I think that's Cassidy, if I ain't wrong, Dan. And
you got it.
Yeah, and real nice move right there. Let's see what they do. But they do like their tight end. Watch number 5 right here. But the thing about it is Los Lomas knows they don't like the tight end, so it's kind of a weird thing, Dan.
3rd and 5. Quiscar play action, rolling, being pressured, throws. It was intended for Johnson near sideline. It's incomplete. And there's a late penalty flag from the far sideline. This is usually a personal foul or some sort of taunting or something that no one else sees, hears, or knows anything about.
Right.
Ineligible downfield, white captain.
So that was ineligible downfield, so that actually is a good call for Los Lomas. They'll probably take a 5-yard penalty and loss it down here, and it'll bring up 4th down, another punting situation. So Los Lomas' defense showing a little bit. You know, in Los Lomas started tough this year, Steve. They tied Napa 24-24, beat Northgate. Then they lost to Miramani 31-6, the game we were supposed to bring in. Beat College Park, lost to Campo, beat Acalanes, beat Concord. The loss to Dublin was the one that threw a bunch of people off. But since then, they've won 4 straight, including last week's 48-14 victory over College Park in the semifinals.
Beautiful kick.
Here's Spiegel. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you know, Dan, before the game, I was talking to Pardee, and he told me, I said, Coach, I said, how do you feel today? He goes, well, we're all ready to go. Go ahead, Daniel, do some business.
31-yard punt, no return. Diablo View Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, the Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, where you can get the new record by The Offspring on Tuesday, Steve, just for your information.
Something that I'm used to. Go ahead.
Antioch Opticians and Burke and Keller Doctors of Dentistry. Thanks to all the great friends of the program here on Comcast this year. First down, Lolliger to throw, near side, Swisher.
Look at this.
And Swisher breaks a tackle, and he gets out to the 39-yard line. That's where Garthwaite brings him down after a gain of 4.
Sean Bailey, number 44, he was one of the suspects on the scene. Let's watch 44s real quick. 2-step drop right out here in the flat, Dan. And you can try to do this to a lot of teams right there, 44. There he is, the initial guy there, like you like to say. But, you know, Dan, they're just like a swarming bunch of bees is what they are.
But they're blue. We gotta
but they're blue. Okay, I got to come up with something. Monsters of the Midway.
No, Monsters of Mid-County.
Monsters of Mid-County.
That's what we're calling them. The MOMC.
We can't call them the Blue Wave?
We can do that, too.
Okay.
Lolliger's in trouble.
Oh, this guy's in more trouble.
Big trouble. Bailey came in, and then late, number 66, Elliott, not Mick Jaggers, was there.
No.
Ooh, a loss of 15. Steve, this is going to bring up the first big location of the game.
Yep, and I talked to Elliott Jaggers' dad, Bill, before the game, and he said that I like our chances because of our defense. I said, okay.
Steve?
Okay.
It's not Sun Valley Mall because that's over there.
Okay.
So it's 3rd
and Vintage High in Napa.
Los Lomas may have a game next year. My goodness. 3rd?
We got what's going on here, Dan?
Oh, what is this? This is the weirdest formation I've ever seen in my life. They had half the line out lined up. I'd like to see this again. They complete the pass to Yamashita. He gets back about 12.
I don't think you can do that, can you? What they just did? They only had 3 guys up on the line.
As long as they're on the line of scrimmage.
Well, see, that's
It looked like passing league.
Yes, it did. Garthwaite, nice tackle right there. Wrapped him up. But, hey, you know what? I like it. You know, getting a little creative. Nothing wrong with that.
And that's the last play of the first quarter. That was a weird one to end it on, Steve.
Yep.
Clayton Valley 6, Los Lomas nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on Comcast.
A big reason for the Knights' success this year is, of course, junior quarterback John Lollinger, 15 touchdowns and just 1 interception. Now, he took over for last year's starter J.C. Lewis to lead an offense that finished 4th in the area, averaging nearly 380 yards a game. But so far, not so good. Just 4 of 9, and the Eagles have also sacked him twice. But still, a lot of football left to be played. Guys, let's go back upstairs.
Scoring in the first quarter, Steve, a 62-yard pass from Quisgard to Ross. 6-0 Clayton Valley. We enter the second quarter. Ward's punt bounces at the 38-yard line and will be downed at about, looks like the 33.
And Clayton Valley have pretty decent field position right here. And Dan, you know what? I just want to say one thing. Tony Schultz has done a great job this year down the sideline. I want to thank Tony for joining us this year. He's, very professional. He does a very good job, and it's been nice working with him.
Yeah, it has. 31-yard kick, no return. Clayton Valley takes
And there's
over
Tony
here.
talking about
There's
Tony. Oh, come on, wave, Tony. Come on, dude. There you go, huh? You got to love the guy. Well, you don't got to love him, but we'd appreciate it if you would, because he needs some love.
Mr. Magoo did mention, and I shouldn't say it like that, Steve.
No, it's not Magoo.
Or McGew.
McGew. There you
Steve
go.
Patton, Wes Asmussen, Roger Watkins, and Mark Ernst are also out there helping him, but he did mention them in the pregame, and there's a gain of 1.
Essler on the tackle, number 12 again, Dan. Not real nice. Hey, that's what you call being upended. Big time. Upended, big time.
So I just wanted to mention that. You just never know when you don't get the names yourself, Steve.
Well, and you want to be very careful because we respect these gentlemen out here and this, doing putting their time into doing this. Ain't an easy thing to do to call a football game, and we don't want to disrespect anybody. Even though the way Dan talks to me, you'd think that doesn't really count on this program.
Quisgard to throw, in trouble. Swisher has him wrapped up, and he's going to be sacked.
And look at this here, Dan. This looks like
that looks like the white wave.
Looks like the Dirty Dozen and Lee Marvin breaking out of somewhere. But Swisher was in on that right there, and Kattenberg was in on there, and about 6 other guys was in on there for Los Lomas.
Right.
And so far early, I like Los Lomas' defense. They're looking pretty good. And you knew this was. You look at Swisher, number 7 right here. Now they're double. Look at the swing move right there. Oh, hey. Does a little swan move, and there's a quarterback.
Swim move.
It's a swan.
You've been watching some football, haven't you?
Yes,
Sanchez?
I have.
The swim move, the swan
Well, I
move.
used to, yes. Yeah, upper hand rip. Howie Long.
3rd and 11. 1-yard loss on that play. Play action. Reverse to Ross. Kattenberg smells that
Look
out.
at this.
And he throws him back, and he's back all the way inside the 18. Breaks the tackle. This is a crazy
that
one.
block.
Getting some blocks. He's all the way back
that
at the
block.
10-yard line. Back out to the 20. Makes a move, and he's finally tackled at the 22-yard line. Steve, that play lost 12 yards. Ross must have ran 50.
The only play I ever see. Okay, folks, Cal Barkley right here in Stanford.
Where's the band?
Here we go. Where's the band? Right here. Nope, not this way. Nope. Oh, but he thought he has him. And now watch this block right here. Watch this comeback block. 55. Watch this. Good night. Oh, that hurts. And then right here, he switches hands. Here's another. Oh, there's that guy. He's hurt. And boy, that's the most exciting play I've seen for an 8-yard loss in my life. I think it was more than 8. How many yards did we lose on that day?
Gosh, it was
17-yard loss.
Well, if Jackson said 17, it was probably 14.
Well, you know what? Whatever. He's somewhere close. You know what I mean?
Here's the punt.
Beautiful punt.
And Spiegel
Beautiful
lets it
punt.
bounce. Oh, wow. What a bounce.
Oh, it's a beautiful punt.
That kick started at the 22-yard line of Clayton Valley. That was the line of scrimmage. It rolls all the way down.
Huge.
To the 20.
Look at Jackson's got his calculator out right now trying to figure out how many yards it is.
58-yard punt. The Comcast Game of the Week is brought to you by these great friends of the program. Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop in Antioch.
Go race your little hobbies.
Mellows Heating and Air Conditioning in Oakley.
Bob and Mike, thanks, guys.
Lone Tree Golf Course in Antioch.
2 of the finest gentlemen you ever meet, Pat Kane and Jack Oakley.
There you go. Batalia's Italian Food in Antioch.
Martha and Doug, thank you very much for supporting us this year.
AB Creative Trophies in Antioch.
Jackie and Gene Azevedo, thanks you guys.
We'll get the rest after this play. First down from the 20. Lolliger hands off. I think it was Yamashita on a reverse. He came from the right wing.
And Jaggers, number 66, he just threw a big wrench into that whole thing right there.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
And I talked to Coach Longero before the game. He told me the keys were to stop the run, to have ball control. And he said, I brought Bill Neal, my buddy from Granite Bay, down to help for me. He coached last year, and he's up there in the mother load. He came down to help us. Look at this.
To throw.
This is set up.
Sends it back to Swisher. Swisher's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's got blockers. He's at the 40. Makes a cut. He's still on his feet. He's at midfield, tackled at the 49-yard line. Finally brought down by Bailey and Ross from behind. A huge play on second down.
And I tell you what they did This is what teams need to do to a very aggressive defense. What they did, Dan, this is what you do to watch this. Watch them release the line. They played it perfect. Now look at these guys. Look at all the sea of blue. And you can tell it's set up right here. And you get it to your playmaker. Here's a guy who makes it happen. He's been doing it all year. Been doing his whole career up there. But anyway, he gets a couple block downs down the field. Spiegel, catalog. He throws a nice block.
28-yard gain.
Look at this. That's a good fake.
Lolliger options again. Gains about 5. Tackle on the far sideline. Vincent was over there with Garthwaite, Johnson.
You know, Dan, they got 6 yards on that play. Pomerantz up the middle. What's number 33, the fake? And Jaggers just rips him. He bites. And right there, that opens it up right here. He's going to pick up 6. Garthwaite right there. He's going to have no part of this right here. But not a bad play on first down. Picks up 6. You always take a 6-yard gain on first down.
2nd and 4. 7:52 to go here.
Are you pumped up about tomorrow? Pittsburgh and Needless out there?
Fun tomorrow. I sold my Sharks tickets.
Oh my! You're missing. That's what your second or third.
My 9th all time.
Oh, of all time you missed. Oh well, okay.
But I'll be with you, so that'll make up for it.
Yeah, the others. Okay, listen. We won't even get into that.
It won't be like some of the other visits to the Oakland Coliseum we had. This is Anderlight.
And look at this.
Anderlight, that was a nice little run.
Nice little run.
Bouncing off of tacklers. 8-yard gain first down.
Jaggers and Bailey was there right there. But yeah, real nice run right there. The offensive line did a real good job, Dan, of their starters right there. You got Colin Corey. Let's watch a replay right here, Dan.
Swisher, Deleuze, Lowe, and Jacobson.
Yeah, Jacobson, good job. They're opening up some holes up there in the front.
And they don't waste any time getting back to the line of scrimmage either.
No, they don't.
Yamashita in motion, first down. Counter play to Pomerantz, and Pomerantz breaks through the initial burst there and gets about 6. It's going to bring up second down. Steve, I wanted to say hi to...
Mortensen and Bailey was in on that. Go ahead, Dan.
A bunch of the guys from last year on the Los Lomas roster. I happen to have this. Joe Acrop, Patrick Clancy, J.C. Lewis now at Southern University, Tim Boyne at Corsi, and Bronson Ward were on the team earlier this year but no longer playing. Joe Davis, Mike Meringue, Dan Knockman, Armin Karajian, Max Schwark, Ryan Perron, Raleigh Miller, Tom Pippo, Ali Kazaj. Remember him and the punter, Jim Kuhn.
And Karajian. Wasn't he OJ's attorney? Whatever.
I wanted to say hi to all those guys. They were a lot of fun. We saw them a number of times over the years.
And we hope things are going well for you guys.
Yamashita, and he does not get the first down.
No, he doesn't. Number 32, Dan, right there, Jason Podol. Real nice tackle by him. Went for the ankle. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, and that time it did. Let's watch it right here. It's an ankle tackle right here, Dan. And right here, you really get burnt sometimes, but right here, right there, he goes right there at the thigh, right there, knocks him right off.
Just a little headbutt right there.
Little headbutt right there, a little bit of, and here's another angle. Here's a little headbutt, little man. Yeah, right there, boy, just.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 1, huge play. The ball at the 28-yard line at Clayton Valley.
Watch the fake for them to go on top here, Dan, because they're going to go for 4th down anyway, so this could be a bite right here.
They hand off to Pomerantz, and it's going to be very close.
No, he didn't get it, Dan. He got snuffed. He lost it a little bit. Yeah, they knocked him back a little bit, Dan. That's 4th down right there. Let's watch a replay. Let's see who messed this all up. It's Paulie Jaggers, number 66. Oh, here's Mortensen filling the hole right there. Did you get the number of that truck, Dan?
Man.
This is sea of blue.
Just a great burst that time.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb, Dan, all right? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was somebody in blue. Who's an Eagle?
You're such a gambler, Steve.
I do. I roll the dice when I have to, buddy. It was Jaggers. Who's 74?
I believe that's Davis.
Davis was in on it then. He was another one. Look at this. Look at this, Dan. Oh, that's a good play.
That's a great play by Lolliger. Still on his feet inside the 20, inside the 10.
Wow, what a great play.
The 9-yard line by Mortensen. That looked like a train wreck when it started, too.
And you know, Dan, I tell you what an exciting game. You're seeing bodies flying. Let's watch this right here. Fake up the middle, and he almost gets tackled behind the line. He gets his foot out of there. Lolliger, what a great balance right there. He shows you what an athlete he really is. And right here, nice cut. Right here against the grain right there. Mortensen's got to come and get him from behind, drag him down with one hand like a stepchild. But my, Dan. Look at this. I mean, there's bodies flying, there's misdemeanors, there's assaults, there's,
A typical night for you in downtown Antioch.
A couple restraining orders being issued after that play. It's crazy.
14-yard gain, first down, Anderlight into the line. And
Big number 74, Dan.
Yeah, Davis was there.
Davis
and so
was there.
Almond.
And Almond, and so was Mr. 5. All world.
It was an almond
crunch.
Crunch or almond
Almond
roca.
crunch. Or a roca or a...
almond.
Whatever. Move on. But Dan, it's second and goal right here. The markers are down, and you know, Longero's thinking we got to take every advantage to score against these guys because they're not giving. We got to earn everything we get here. They're not going to be giving stuff up cheaply. This team.
It's marked at the 7, second down. That looked like a broken play.
Yeah, it is.
And Lolliger tackled by Jaggers
and Bailey from the backside.
Yep. It's going to be third and goal from the 5, Steve.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, that's one thing about this defense right here. And this, you know, in the NFL, they say the last 5 yards the toughest. There's no difference with these guys. I think right here, Dan, you can't do nothing basic. You got to pull a rabbit out of your hat. Something kind of funny to make something happen down here. If you do the straight vanilla down here, you're not going to score on these guys. You got to trick them. They're so good. You got to do the nothing up my sleeve. Goodbye. You know, I don't know what you'd call down here. I'm not that smart. If I was, I wouldn't be in the booth with you, Ray.
Third down. Let's see if Steve's right for once this year.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to do some herky-jerky, roll out, something funny.
Lolliger to throw. They bring the blitz over the middle. Swisher, touchdown. Tight end over the middle. The tight end always open in high school.
Give me some.
We say it all the time. Every time is the tight end open in high school football.
You know what?
He was that time.
You can get your. It's like Wendy's. You can get your touchdown or your food's late too. They stay open late. The tight end's always open late. They're open early and they're open late. But look at Swisher. There's a good shot of Mr. Walnut Creek. What a great job he's done. And that extra point is looming quite large now.
Well, it is looming large, but Los Lomas is having trouble. They're going to have to call a timeout because they don't have enough players on the field. I think they have an injury.
Now they're going to have to call a timeout. That's a good call. Let's watch a replay right here, Dan. Why not? We ain't doing nothing else. Okay, let's don't. Let's just meditate for a while and talk about the human race as a whole. But Dan, I'll tell you right now, this has got the makings of a good one. 6-6 early. I figured it's going to be low scoring, and so far I'm very impressed with really. You know how much I like Clayton Valley, their defense, but I'm really impressed with Longero over there and the coaching staff and the plays they've really come up with. You know what? He's got a good offensive mind over there, them guys, the way they run. They come up with different stuff. I think we're going to show. There's Longero right there. You know the last time I seen him? Barry Bonds' birthday, Candlestick Park, walk-off on. Hey, let's see what he says. Now he's going to scratch his head. Let's watch a replay right here, Dan. What a great call. Let's watch Swisher. He's blocking. Watch the delay. Look at this open up, Dan. Little delay over the middle. You know what you do, Dan? You dance with the guy who got you there.
That's right.
And that's what they did.
Mortensen was up the middle on a blitz that time.
Real nice call.
Chandler on to attempt the extra point.
Now, that's not vanilla offense. See, Dan, that's what I'm saying. That is good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that's like
That's
Neapolitan.
why you're the color man.
That's it.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:54 to go first half. 7-6 Los Lomas.
And let's give some kudos to that kicker, Dan.
Jamie Chandler.
Jamie Chandler. And that should ring a bell. Chandler, he's a good kicker in the NFL.
That's right.
Yeah. There's Ward. There's Davis.
And we're going to see it again.
Verlander. Let's watch it right here with our scissors lift.
That's from the end zone, Steve.
Yep. It's from the end zone. And right here, here's the delay. Little jump pass over the middle. Hot tub.
That's the destination for anyone who scores a touchdown.
That's it. Swisher. I just like that name. Swisher. And there's Jacobson, big number 75. I talked to his dad before the game, Dan, Richard. Jeremy Jacobson, and he's a real nice guy. I got to spend a little time with him, and he told me that Aaron Strait, he knows that I'm, Aaron Strait. I know Aaron very good. We both know Aaron, from Antioch. And he said, well, if Aaron's going to go to Southern, here's Mr. Lewis's phone number in Benicia. JC's there. Have him call him. I said, well, he already got a letter from him. And his girlfriend goes there, so I think he's going to Southern.
Okay, so that's hot news.
That's hot news. I'm saying Aaron, and I'll be with Aaron tomorrow. He's riding over there with me to the game, him and James Burke. And I'm saying that Aaron's going to Southern because his girlfriend's there and JC Lewis is there. What else you want?
Chandler to kick. Ross at the 5-yard line. And the hole closes quickly.
Yep.
Number 32 for Los Lomas. Johnny Volan.
Yep, and number 8, he was also in on there. Is that John Acrop?
Acroft.
Is it Acroft? Acrop, okay.
Here's the rest of the friends from the previous Friends period that we had here. A&B Creative Trophies.
19 West 6th Street in Antioch. Go see him.
Sounds of Pinewood Studio.
Russell and Lanier.
2K Sports.
They're going to be joining us next year. Go look for James Beldazzo and his big spring opening. And I don't even want to look at that right there because that is the Sold Sisters.
I'm sold on the Sold Sisters.
Tracy Mancy and Heidi Cole.
First down, Quistguard play action.
Caldwell Baker and Antioch, Wall Street Way. For all your housing needs, go see them 2 girls.
There you go, rolling and throwing to Mortensen. It's incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit.
In front of 5 Los Lomas players.
And there was a little bit behind him right there. Joe, he's pointing to himself, but he had to reach down behind his back across his body to try to grab that. Let's watch this right here. Let's watch him reach, Dan. He's running a pattern. Right here, he's open. And watch this behind him. He just got to reach back, and he'd like to have that again because he feels he can catch it. But if he caught him in stride, that had something in the works. Tight end again in football, Dan.
That's right.
At high school. We love the tight end. Just because Antioch had 2 of them in the pros, but we do like tight ends.
Actually, and almost a third.
Now, who are they, Dan?
I'll tell you in a second. Okay. That's tonight's trivia question. Oh, big hole
Look
this
at
time for Johnson. And Johnson has a first down.
Yep. Across
the 35. The ball came out, but it will be marked down there, I believe, at the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's going to move the chains, Dan. And
you saw that just open up.
It's like right here. This is Moses right here. He's got all of his people behind him. See a blue. Dan, see a blue. And right there, he goes up right there. Real Johnson. Now you get to see his speed right there. Who's in on that tackle? Who was that mass night, Dan?
I think that was Kattenberg.
It was Kattenberg.
Okay, Eric Snelson.
Okay, tight end.
Actually went to Stanford, played for the
Chicago Bears.
He was on the Raiders for a while too.
Yeah, he was
as a linebacker.
As a linebacker. Yeah.
Scott Fryer went to Arizona. Mike Lucky with the Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you very much. Very good. And the other one, he's up in jail in Illinois. We won't talk about that.
Yeah, we won't mention that one. First down, Quistguard. In trouble.
Behind him.
Yeah. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. All dressed up and nowhere to go. But I'll tell you what, that's a secondary. Is that Frisk, Dan, who was in on that?
Booth and Frisk.
Frisk. Real nice job by Jeff. And from the backside right there.
Yeah, Matt said it, and I figured you were going to steal it, but he frisked him. Jeff frisked him on that play.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a good play. We got to call his name. Good job. And that was a coverage sack, Dan.
Oh,
That's what that was, because they were covered. He had nobody to throw the ball to, and the pursuit finally got to him.
A minute 33 to go, first half. 7-6 Los Lomas. Third down. Actually, it's second down, excuse me. And another Houdiniac by Quistguard. He throws for Mortensen, and it's incomplete. He was throwing on the run, and I think the ball kind of sailed on him.
It did, and sometimes that happens, Dan, when you're on the run. It will. You try to do the touch, and it kind of releases on you. But, he's had his chances, Dan, on offense right here to make some big plays. Look for him to be successful in the second half because he's not all that far off. And right here, here's Mortensen right here trying to shake loose.
Yeah, it just sailed on him.
It just sailed on him, yeah.
He had to go high because he had defenders in front of him.
Number 12 on the defense there, Christian Essler, and he's been very, very active on defense.
Quistguard has misfired on his last 4 attempts. He's 2 of 6 for 64 yards. After that 62-yarder, Steve, just 1 of 5 for 2 yards.
I don't care. I still like him.
Third down. Quistguard, deep drop, throws over the middle. Intercepted. Yep. Spiegel with the interception at the 45. Still on his feet, breaks outside. He's at the 30. He's inside the 25, and he's taken out of bounds by number 58 at Clayton Valley, Dan Murphy, and there's a late flag.
There's a late flag, yep. I think you're going to get a personal foul, Dan, on Los Lomas. It depends what they see. There was 2 guys going at it. Sometimes the first guy doesn't get called. But look for somebody's going to get a personal foul. I think it's going to go against Clayton Valley, or the Knights, I'm sorry. Let's see what we got, Dan.
Dead ball.
Yeah.
First down, White.
Yeah, they're going to get a personal foul because I see it down here on the sideline right there. But what a great play by Spiegel. Not just the interception. Right here, it floats on him again. He's got time in the pocket. Look at it take off on him. It just floats and playing center field to Spiegel. And right here, watch this. Nice little run. He says, nope, you ain't going to tackle me. Real nice block right there. Picks up some extra real estate. And I don't think we're going to catch it down the line here, but big play.
33-yard return. Then the penalty sets him back to the 38. Pomerantz on first down, and he gets about 3. Jaggers was there with Garthwaite. The clock is running inside of 1 minute.
Yep.
Second quarter, 7-6. This is kind of a shock for Steve Los Lomas. Not that I'm not so shocked that they're ahead, but really defensively, the way they've played and kind of taken the game away after that first big play by Clayton.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dan. And Garthwaite was in on that tackle. Want to give him kudos for that. But I wasn't surprised. I figured it was going to be low scoring. I really did. Whole second half to go. This is good. Got the makings of a great one.
For once on Comcast, huh?
Look out.
Big blitz, picked up. Lolliger throws, looking for Swisher in the end zone. Oh, and you know what?
They tripped up. That's a good. That's a good no call.
I think that's a good no call.
It's a good no call. They both tripped up over each other's feet, and you know a lot of times in the NFL you see that thrown, and I don't like it. And I'm glad they didn't throw it right there. In the NFL, that would have been pass interference. I guarantee you. Let's watch it right here, Dan. And maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I know I don't.
You don't.
I don't. But here's switching. You see him in the middle right there. Jaggers goes over him. Now watch this. He looks back.
Oh,
that's why. That's why he looked back.
If he hadn't looked back, that would have been a penalty.
He looked back.
He kind of pushed him, and then he turned, and he thought, if I don't turn, I'm going to get called right now.
That was a great play. Who was that, Dan? Number 32?
That was Jason Podol.
Jason Podol. Good job, Jason.
3rd and 7, 28 seconds to go, first half. 4 wide receivers in the ball game. Lolliger throws. This is a new number for us and very close to a first down.
It is a first down,
Number 4, Jesse Wetherill.
And Jesse's going to move the chains right there. They're going to give him a good mark.
And a timeout.
And there is 22 seconds on the clock, and there's plenty of time. How many timeouts do you have left? Do you know, Daniel? They have 2.
They have 1 now because they called one on the extra point.
Okay, there's
Coach Coakley.
And what a great job he's done with that defense. Turn around, Coach. Okay, don't. Do what you want. There you are. There's a good shot of Coach Coakley right there.
We haven't mentioned Steve Herkparty's staff. Jerry Coakley, the defensive coordinator, Randy Coddington, Don Howell, Sam Quinones, Brian Hamilton, Sean Carners, Rich Martinez from Antioch is the JV coach.
I talked to Rich before the game, and I didn't know that was the Rich Martinez we grew up with.
Yes.
And it was, he came up and goes,
He's married to Cheryl Lucido, who went to school with myself and my wife, was homecoming queen in 1979. She tells me always to mention that, so they know.
She was a homecoming queen of when?
In 1979.
Oh, look at the night.
And the Knight's here now.
Oh, my. You know what? It's just like, God, it's a great life we have, isn't it?
It's better than death.
Well, that is the alternative. I guess you got a good point there. Even though I'm looking forward to it. Maybe you're not. I sure am.
I'm not.
I am. I know where I'm going, buddy.
Well, I know where you're going. I'm going there too, but I just don't.
No, I don't. No, look at this.
Oh, Vincent. You called this one, Steve. This is a huge loss.
This is going to do it for the half. Now, you should call it. Well, I don't know what to do. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, he is.
I think Los Lomas called their last time out.
And he's a guy you always. And you know, I like you. You got to call time. Look at him right here. Speed rush, Dan. And that's what he does. You know, he's 175, and he is faster than a Jack Russell going after a piece of salami.
And he always goes around a guy who's bigger than he is.
Well, it's Fred Dean all over again. That's what it is.
17-yard loss, Steve, and it's going to bring up a second and the 680 interchange.
And for all you guys 50 and over, you remember Fred Dean. All the kids out there going, Fred who? He was a very good pass rush for the Niners. Helped them win the Super Bowl.
2nd and 27.
Hey, Dan, look what we got here.
Roseberry Car Care, Danville and San Ramon, and also in Pleasanton for all your car care needs. They do management.
They do a great job on cars there.
Alberto's Cantina in downtown Pleasanton, 435 Main Street. The best food down there in the Pleasanton area for the past 8 years.
It's unbelievable how good that Mexican food is there.
19th hole casino in Antioch, Texas Hold'em, Super Action Blackjack, and many other games that Steve Sanchez is very well versed in.
Well, I do. You know, like I told you, I don't do Texas Hold'em. I don't do Super Action Blackjack. I don't do low ball, but I do many more. That's what I do there. And there's the defensive coach right there, Coakley. He's done a great job.
This is one of the longest second downs that we've seen, Steve. 2nd and 27.
Well, you think that's bad? You got to spend tomorrow with me again. That's 2 days in a row. You going to be all right?
Well, we did it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, whatever.
This will be an interesting call with 10 seconds to go in the half. Maybe at this point, you'd think maybe just try to get back into field goal range. Play action, Lolliger to throw. He's going up, and he throws a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Masoud Ahmadi.
And that's going to do it. Well,
that'll do it.
Now they got .4, Dan, on the clock.
Right, so we're going to have to run one play, but that's a big play there for Clayton Valley.
Sure.
They're going to get the ball to start the second half, down by 1 point, that extra point.
Oh, it's looming quite large as we speak.
Same thing as the Antioch game.
That's right. But let's watch it right here, Dan. Lolliger in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. throws a
come on, Steve.
Hail Mary with a wounded duck on the top. I don't know what that was. It wasn't a wounded duck. It wasn't a Hail Mary. I would have to.
This deserves a couple. Come on, give it to it.
What?
You know. That was a wobbler. I'm sure that Clayton Valley will just take a knee and get out of here, Steve.
They dodged a bullet right there at the end. They'll take that. After Spiegel's interception, they were in pretty good position to.
That's it, Steve. 7-6, Los Lomas at halftime.
Well, Dan, you know what? It's rang true. I've been very impressed with Clayton's defense like always, but I'm really impressed with Los Lomas too. They came to play ball. Coach Longero's got them going over there. This has got the makings of a very exciting second half.
7-6, Los Lomas. And I think we might have Coach Longero with Tony. You want to hold it here? Okay, we're going to hold it right here. Coach Longero is going to come over to talk to Tony. Steve, in that first half, I thought on the Clayton Valley side, it was pretty much to form. The defense played very well. They had the one drive where Los Lomas went down. The big play, of course, was that play to Swisher.
Right.
The screen pass. I think Los Lomas' defense has been the surprise for me. They've played very well. Other than the one long play, they basically have held Clayton Valley for the past 3 or 4 possessions.
Well, Dan, I agree with you too, but I also think that their offense has been very, very, they've been mixing it up. They've been doing things different, and they've been, just doing a great job at keeping them off balance, doing different kind of plays to the tight end and doing misdirections. And so I like what they're bringing to the table tonight.
We're going to send it down to Tony with Coach Longero.
All right, guys, with Coach Longero at halftime. Coach, your team has the lead. The offense has struggled a little bit. How do you get that turned around in the second half?
Well, we got to make plays. We're tough on defense, so we got to keep moving around and try to make some big plays here in the second half.
And quickly, Coach, what's the difference between going from the 2A to 3A, winning the 2A championship last year? A lot of the same, or is it what you expected?
It's what we expect. It's tough. These guys they're a good ball club, so we got to keep playing hard and see what happens in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Guys, let's go back upstairs.
Thanks, Coach Longero. 7-6 Los Lomas at halftime. We'll be back with stats and highlights after this on Comcast. Back at Diablo Valley College, the halftime score. Los Lomas 7, Clayton Valley 6. Dan Wall and Steve Sanchez here for the North Coast Section 3A Championship. And Steve, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Okay.
This is the touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. Clayton Valley, Quisgard up top to Alex Ross, 62 yards and a touchdown.
And you're right, Dan, not a big strike team, but boy, they sure did it tonight, and it paid dividends for them because they needed that. If they wouldn't have had that, they'd be a little bit of a hole. Anybody who gets over a touchdown lead in this game's in command.
Here's the Los Lomas touchdown, a 5-yard pass from Lolliger to Swisher over the middle, tight end, and we celebrated up here because we love the tight end in high school football.
Yeah. Brandon Swisher, what a great career he's had at Los Lomas.
Here's the interception. This is Spiegel playing center field, as you noted, taking this one away from Quisgard.
And just right here, just a great effort on his part, reading the quarterback, and just makes a real nice return right here. And things were in great shape. Penalty brought him back a little bit, kind of took a little bit of the field position away from him, but real nice play by Spiegel.
And then Clayton Valley held, and then after that big sack to Lolliger kind of threw a wounded duck up on this one, and Amadi was able to make the interception.
Yes, he
bring the ball back, and that was the last play. They ran one play after that from scrimmage, Steve. Let's take a look at the stats in the first half. As you can see, there was a lot of negative yardage towards the end there, and it brought that rushing total down for Los Lomas. Only 70 total yards. Clayton Valley had 114. Turnovers are even. You saw them both, the interceptions, 1-on-1. Penalties, pretty even. Individually, Johnson has 20 yards rushing for Clayton Valley. Quisgard is 2 of 6 for 64 yards and a touchdown with 1 interception. Ross, 2 catches for 64 yards. He has both receptions for Clayton Valley. Anderlight has 13 yards rushing. Pomerantz, 27. To lead Los Lomas. Lolliger 6 of 13 for 61 yards, a touchdown and 1 interception. Yamashita 2 receptions for 18 yards to lead Los Lomas. 7-6, the Knights lead the Eagles at halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter after this on Comcast. Back at Diablo Valley College, halftime score, Los Lomas 7, Clayton Valley 6. Before the game, the Los Lomas cheerleaders had this to say to the Comcast viewing audience.
Well, Dan, that's the Los Lomas Knights. Their advisor is Ann Luke, and their coach is Tiffany Ritter, and their captains was Kylie Wexler, and Haley, her sister. They are twins. And Mallory Downing. Those were the coaches, and they did a real nice job there. And, here comes those Clayton Valley Eagles.
The traditional running up through the signs.
The running of the bulls, the releasing of the hounds. Go Clayton Valley. Here they come. Led by big number 5. He's fired up. This has got the makings of a great finish, Dan.
And Steve, let's take a look at both teams, Steve. Los Lomas, there's their schedule over the past 12 weeks. You can see their total points per game. Always a little bit more offensive based at the Walnut Creek School, Los Lomas. You can see there, but always a real good team towards the end of the season. You can see they won 6 of their last 7 games.
And unlike you said, the Dublin game right down there kind of threw a monkey wrench into their season, but they responded, came back with wins against Mount Diablo and Alhambra, and you could see their offense for the last 4 weeks really started getting into gear, and here they are. They're at the dance, Dan.
And now Clayton Valley, there's a little bit different because they actually, they don't score as much points, although they did average 30 a game, only giving up, though, 9.4 a game. But you can see those 2 losses there, and once again, they're in a tight game.
Right.
In a game where they've made a couple of mistakes.
That's right.
And the other team's hanging around, and that's what happened to them in the Antioch and Pittsburgh game.
And both those games there, Dan, they should have won both those games. They really should have. We did them, and the Antioch game, I've never seen a team get knocked around like they got knocked around for 3 3/4 of a game. But the right-hand column, that's what's important. Go down here, Dan. 12-7, 12-6, 7-6, 20, Liberty, which is kind of shocking. But Liberty, they're the kind of team that could. I told you from the beginning start, watch out for Liberty. But anyway, that's their the most they gave up all season. 13, 6, 3, 6, 14. They've given up 7 so far this game. So they're right on where they need to be.
And they're going to get the ball to start the.
And there's a nice shot of the Clayton Valley.
Steve, Dave Jackson pointed out to me, Los Lomas has ran 33 plays to Clayton Valley 16 in this game.
There you go.
So that one early drive, one play. They didn't need to run the ball very much on that one drive.
Coach Longero said ball control. And so, they really they had it. And, Coach Pardee was telling me, that we need the football more. They didn't get it. He said we need balance. Well, I don't know if they got that. And he said the big thing in this game is going to be in the box on both sides of the line. Who controls that box? And look at next week we're going to show. Pittsburgh against
Dun, 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 dun.
De La Salle.
Man.
They're a Christian.
And there we are, Steve. Wave to the crowd.
Hello, crowd. Where are you at?
We're over there.
Put them up. I'll fight you on 1 foot.
They're going to build us a big canopy.
Oh, are they?
In Mount Davis tomorrow.
Good.
We'll be the only people in Mount Davis. It'll be like a Raider game.
Great.
But that was a joke, by the way.
Oh, okay. Haha. I'm not a Raider fan. I'm a Niner fan. I'm a Niner guy. I'm an old guy. I'm an Italian. There's some Clayton Valley cheerleaders. And, we love showing the cheerleaders. And everybody knows, obviously, this. My daughter was a cheerleader. And, once your daughter's a cheerleader, you really see what goes inside it, all the work and the preparation they do to come out here and root their team on. And then the advisors and the coaches. And they do a great job. And please don't tell us what you really think, but tell us what you think. If you want to, call Metal Matt, because all he does is sit around and wait for you guys to call.
That's all he does.
That's all he does. Yeah. That's his job. Hi, this is Metal Matt. What can I do for you? I'm either at a football game or shooting CC Rock. Who's on CC Rock this month, Danny? You know?
It's Still Dream Theater.
Still Dream? What's?
Yeah.
Huh? Football. Matt said it's football. Here we go, Dan.
Here we go. Chandler to kick. Start of the second half. Ross at the 5. Alex Ross coming down the right sideline. He's at the 20. Gets a block. Crosses the 30.
He fumbles, Dan. He dropped it.
Los Lomas says they have it.
Let's see what the Zebras say.
And they do.
They do have it.
Wow. Number 24. Kevin Merlander, 5'8", 155, a junior. Big play, falls on the fumble.
I tell you, he feels a lot more bigger than 155 pounds right now. What a huge way to open up the second half for Los Lomas. Let's watch it right here. And all it is Ross just trying to get that second effort right there. He does a real nice cutback right here, Dan. And right here, you think he's got something in the makings. I don't know if somebody reached in with their hand. I think he tried to spin right it came out right there at the end. Somebody got it from the backside.
Handoff to Anderlight, and he gets 4 on first down. But that's a huge way to start the second half.
It really is. Did you see Jaggers bring him down with one hand? Let's watch the replay right here. But Jaggers, that tackle right there with one hand, unbelievable. What the strength that kid has. And Ross, he's a great athlete. He'll get over this. He'll bounce back and make a play for the game's up. Right there it comes out. Yeah. It looked like he was just...
I think 24 forced the fumble, then he got in there and fell on the ball.
Well, that's called a double latte.
That's right. 2nd and 6. Early in the third quarter, 7-6 Los Lomas. Screen pass to Yamashita. He needs to... Oh, they're actually going to call that a pass. But
and I don't know about that. That was close. I like to see that on the replay. That was close to a lateral, Dan.
Yeah,
but
that looked like a backward pass.
But they... on their behalf, they did blow the whistle very quick, okay? Let's watch it right here. Okay, he's on about the... That's a lateral,
that's
folks.
A backward
that's
pass.
A lateral. That's a lateral all the way. Yep. You can see it on the replay. I think they would... Yeah. Okay.
Incomplete pass, 3rd down. As we mentioned, Los Lomas has had the ball a lot in this game compared to what Clayton Valley has had it. Lawler to throw over the middle. Swisher, what a catch at the 15-yard line. And he's tackled by the other big man, Mortensen.
Yeah, but Podol, number 32, gave him a real whack right there in the midsection. And boy, that tells you what kind of player he is right there. He must have the flap jacket on there, Dan, because I'll tell you what, watch this. He throws it kind of high. And watch 32, Podol come in and hit him right here, Dan. He's going to go up. Watch this hit. That does not feel good. I don't care who you are. And, wow, what a big play. Puts them down in field goal territory, even if they don't score. But they want a big 7 right here.
Yamashita in motion, 1st down. Handoff to Pomerantz, and Pomerantz bangs ahead for about 6. Tackled at the 9 by number 9, Lowell Garthwaite.
Yeah, Garthwaite, real nice tackle, but Pomerantz, real nice run on 1st down, picked up about 5. And right here, all season long, Dan, all season long, this is where Clayton Valley has really, really got tough right here inside the 10.
But, it's also a very telling stat that they always seem to kill themselves, Steve.
Right.
And once again, with turnovers here in this ball game and a couple of penalties, failed on offense a number of times as Yamashita runs, has some blockers out in front. Oh, a great play. He got taken off his feet. I don't even need to tell you who made that tackle.
Number 5, he comes up saying, no, 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 no. No, 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 you can't. No, no, no more, no more.
No, 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 you can't run it no more. Yeah, like Ringo Starr.
I'm tired of waking up on the floor. Right there. But there he is right there, just Mr. number 5. I think he dresses in a phone booth, Dan. That guy right there.
Superman.
There you go. There you go, Dan DeRue. I knew you'd figure it out. You are quite the man.
3rd and 3.
And I love calling you Dan DeRue.
Swisher in motion. Handoff Pomerantz. And Pomerantz just pushing the pile ahead to the 5-yard line.
But look who's there, Dan. Everybody's there on that defense. All you see is blue. Podol's there. Garthwaite's there.
Allman.
Who's number 56?
Vincent.
Who's 56?
McKeever,
he's in on there. Here's 56, big man up the middle. Let's see the first guy. Vincent right there. He's getting blocked pretty good, but look. Well, all I see is blue.
Like NYPD blue?
Okay, that'll work.
My favorite show.
One of my favorite shows.
They're going to go for it, Steve, on 4th and 1. The ball at the 5-yard line. This is a huge play here in the ball game. 7-6 Los Lomas, 3rd quarter.
I tell you what, they will not run it up the middle. They will not do that because they won't make it if they do.
Play action, Lawler. Holding, rolling, fumbles, ball's on the ground. Clayton has it. It's picked up by number 55, Ryan Cassidy. A huge play and a turnover. And why that is such a big play, Steve, is if they had just held him, they'd have had to start at the 5. He brings it all the way out to the 20. And now Clayton Valley has good field position, and the defense, once again, the star for Clayton Valley.
That's it, Dan. And you know what? Not only did he bring it out to the 20, luckily somebody tackled him because he had nothing but real estate in front of him. Right here, he's going to go to switcher again, right over the middle, number 7. See the jump? But it's covered. They got it read like a book. And right here's number 6, my man Vincent. He creates it. And boy, I tell you what, if he would not have been there, Dan.
On the first tight end pass for the touchdown, both Mortensen blitzed and the safety bit. That time they were in their positions. That's why Swisher wasn't open. First down, the ball at the 20 after. And it's on the ground. And they got it. And Los Lomas got it back. Wow. Oh, my goodness, what the heck is going on?
I tell you what teams won't do to make things exciting for us, I tell you. This is
Brian
crazy.
Booth.
And you know what that was? The exchange just didn't happen, Dan.
Like I said, Steve, Clayton Valley has a tendency to make their own trouble. You know?
He just never got the ball.
Yeah,
he
he
never
pulled
got
out.
it. He just never got it. And you know what, Dan? He might have stepped on somebody's foot right there. Because the way he went back, I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, he kind of tripped right there.
Yeah,
But you're talking about guys that have played together for 2 years, passing leagues, and practice
Right.
every day. And that's kind of a weird situation in a championship game to have that happen.
Yep, it
I
is.
feel sorry for the kid to have it happen in that situation. Now a penalty flag here.
You're going to get a procedure from Los Lomas. It's going to knock him back 5 yards. The right side of the line moved. This is going to kick him back.
Wow, Steve, crazy third quarter here.
Wow, unbelievable.
Still
Our mic is kind of going in and out there on the
kinda
field,
goes
so
in
we
and out.
and that's our good mic, folks. So we apologize to you on that right there. Here's what he's going to say. Here's what he said. He said, down,
First down.
down. Yeah, buy some tapes, guys. Come on, send us some $25. I'll bring them to you UPS myself personally, okay? Right to your door.
First and 15. The ball at the 23-yard line. Lolliger
Look
play
at this.
action. The ball is on the ground again. It's on the ground still. A number of players are there. I saw Allman on the ground reach back for
No
it.
way.
And then the young Swisher, number 65, comes out of the pack with
Yep.
it. I think it's Los Lomas'
Yeah,
ball.
they got the ball. Swisher got it.
That's Jason Swisher. That's Bren. How'd you like to feed those two?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be like, can I see somebody in finance? But right here, here's a replay. And this is crazier than, what's crazy, Dan? Think of something crazy. What's crazy? This is something crazier
Jimmy
than
Kimmel.
Huh?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, that's crazy.
Lollapalooza.
That's crazy. Charlie Manson.
Ozzy Osbourne's
Charlie
house.
Manson.
I'm thinking of him.
Ozzy Osbourne's house.
Second and 19.
There you go, Dan. I know that mighty years how it works now. I'm starting to get used to it after 6 years.
Thank you. Bill Callahan's office after a game.
Yeah.
Lolliger to throw. Oh, that was a collision.
Yep. And there comes a
there's
late flag.
Yeah, if that's an interference call, I don't buy it.
No, I don't either. And you know what? Let the kids play. But
Yeah,
you know what?
They
I'm
just
not-
ran into each other there. I don't buy that one. You can
You know,
see Bailey.
they might call this off. They might just tell them, I ain't going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you call that. They might. Yep.
pass interference, defense.
Wow.
I don't buy that call.
No, well, let's watch the replay right here, Dan.
You can see Swisher.
Well, he's got his hands on him. Well,
They just, I don't know.
well.
That's one of those ones that you could
You know
have went
what?
either way.
No, your best thing is just to do a no call and let's move forward. But that's the way it goes. They're a lot closer than we are, Dan. Again, you know what I mean? Even with the replay.
It just looked like Swisher ran right into the guy.
Yeah.
But, hey, what can you do? First down, the ball at the 15. Handoff on a counter to Pomerantz, and Pomerantz gets 3. Mortensen was there again with a
Vincent,
number of
Mortensen.
his buddies.
Bryant,
You know, by the way, Steve, all these guys, this is their last game.
this is it.
This is it. Now, there will be a number of guys. You know Mortensen's going to go on and play.
He'll
You
play
know that
D1 somewhere. Yeah.
Jaggers is being looked at.
Yeah.
And a number of these players could end up playing junior college ball, maybe right here at Diablo Valley College,
Yeah,
maybe at
that's true.
LMC. On the Los Lomas side, Swisher's obviously going to go on and play some football. Kevin Lowe is probably getting some looks.
Sure.
A very good player, even though he's changed position this year, now playing interior line. Last year he was a running back and also a linebacker. Second down, Lolliger.
Look at Jaggers on him.
Chased again, throws, end zone, touchdown! Yamashita came out of the pack. A 15 and now a 14, we're going to call it. 14-yard touchdown pass from Lolliger, who did a Houdini act around 2 of the
Wow.
Eagles, throws it for a touchdown. It's 13-6.
And you know what, Lolliger, he's the one who made this happen. Jaggers was all in his face here, Dan. He escaped the pursuit, and it was him being elusive that made that happen. And wow, what a great play. He shows you the kind of leader he is. He's a great leader. John Lolliger's a great leader, and that's why they're here, because of him.
Yeah.
Well, one of the big reasons. I mean, they're all, but his play is one of the main reasons why they're here. Wow. Let's see how Clayton Valley responds.
Lolliger the holder. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:42 to go, third quarter. A shocker from Diablo Valley College. Los Lomas 14, Clayton Valley 6. Let's see if we can see how Yamashita got open there. 14-yard touchdown.
Well, Dan, I'll tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see a whole lot of running around, a lot of guys misdirection. Let's watch the replay right here. And there's the play action. Nobody bites. Here comes Jaggers. I told you, up the middle. And 44, Bailey, he's on the backside.
Good block.
Good block. And look at this on the run. Look at this throw, though, too, Dan. On the run, splits the seam between Poto. And I'll tell you what, that's just a great individual effort by a quarterback right there. Right here. Look at 66. How'd you like to have that coming at you? Sidesteps him, buys a little more time. Beautiful throw right there. Wow. And you do got to give him credit for catching that thing. That was, he caught that.
In the between Total and Ross.
Looked like Highway 4 about 7:30 in the morning. A lot of traffic, Dan. Remember the band Traffic?
Yes, they just got nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think they should get in it.
But I still have an issue that Black Sabbath, Leonard Skinner, and Kiss are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, well, all them
How
guys
is
should
Black Sabbath not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
How is Leonard Skinner not in it?
Come on.
Come on. Come on. What are you guys smoking down there, huh?
Well, it's in Cleveland.
Okay, well, they're probably drinking a whole lot then.
Chandler to kick. Williams and Ross are deep. This is Williams at the 12. Nice move up the middle.
Yep.
And Williams gets out to the 34-yard line.
Uh-huh.
Number 17 was there for Los Lomas. Your buddy, Wojo, Eric Wojciechowski. 22-yard return. Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends, Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek.
Thank you, Rocco.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program.
Thank you, Funnelhead.
Mazet Pontiac in Pittsburgh.
They sold the most cars in Northern California this last month. Right there, their new lot in Pittsburgh. Thanks, Matt.
ParamountTechnology.com in Concord.
Yep, thank you for working on our computers.
Brendan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. We'll get the rest after this play.
Thank you for the Looney Tunes.
First down, Quisgard. Looks like a broken play.
It is.
He's got some yardage, and Quisgard ahead for 8. Knocked down by number 26, Jeff Frisk.
Yep. Frisk. Jeff. From the Frisk family. And you know, Dan?
S&S Import Service in Antioch.
Randy, thank you very much.
Caltech Pest Management.
Bobby Gonzaga.
The Williams Company, real estate for the 21st
Cindy Williams,
century.
thank you for jumping aboard.
Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Clayton Valley, Steve, I'd have to say for them to feel real comfortable, they need to score on this drive.
Well, you know, there's a lot of it. We're 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's a whole lot of time left here, but it would be nice for them to get something to go.
Quisgard hands off Johnson. Johnson has a first down across the 50, tackled at the 48-yard line.
That's going to move the chains, Dan. They're going to get on Los Lomas territory. And you know, Dan, the one thing about Johnson I really like, when he gets a head of steam going, he's really got that elusiveness and like the explosiveness just to go, but we haven't seen it yet, but he isn't that far away from breaking one. Right here, look at him deep. Right here, he gets the handoff, and you can tell right there he's got something in the making right there.
Ian Todd made the tackle. Fourth first down of the ball game for Clayton Valley. They're inside Los Lomas territory at the 48-yard line. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Third quarter. Los Lomas leads. Say that fast 5 times, Steve.
Los Lomas leads, Los Lomas leads, Los Lomas leads, Los Lomas leads, Los Lomas leads.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
14-6 Knights here in the third quarter. Quisgard. Oh, what a great play by Swisher. Swisher got in front of that little swing pass to Garthwaite, knocked it down. You know, Swisher's a big-time basketball player for the Knights. We're going to have them on later in the winter on doing some basketball.
Am I going to do it with you?
Well, I hope so.
Oh, I hope so, too.
And Esser was there as well.
Christian, I love that name.
You know, Steve, Los Lomas, the thing that they were talking about was the battle between the offense of Los Lomas, averaging about 380 a game, as you see the quarterback comparison.
Right.
Well, Quisgard has only completed 2 passes, only 1 of 5 for 2 yards since the first pass of the game.
And you remember how big that was. Hey, they're right in this thing. It's a great game. I'd like to see them come down and score, get a 2-point conversion. Let's rock and roll for the fourth quarter.
Versus that Clayton Valley defense. Clayton's defense has come up big at times, but Los Lomas has been able to make some big plays. Quisgard throws to Ross. And he gets hammered.
Spiegel, number 11. He's the one who separated it.
Spiegel and number 24, Kevin Merlander, were there to knock the ball away.
Well, Merlander, number 24, was on the covers, but you're going to see Spiegel come over and he had it. He just knocked it loose. I hope Matt can get this on the replay. Let's see how good they are in the booth right here, Dan. And let's watch it right here, Dan. And right here, he's got plenty of time. It all happens up front. He's got time to throw the ball. Now watch this, Dan. This is a completion until Mr. Spiegel comes in and he separates him and the ball.
He cataloged him.
He cataloged him with a Spiegel catalog. That's what it was. Look at this. He said, you ain't ordering that. Those are my pantyhose.
Oh, man. 3rd and 10. The ball at the 48-yard line. And they show blitz,
Yeah,
and then there's penalty
you're going to get a delay. You're going to get a delay. Delay a game. That's going to move him back 5, Dan. That's going to make it about a 3rd and 15 instead of a 3rd and 10, which is huge.
It's actually a procedure, but the similar result.
Okay.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
Okay, whatever. Maybe the thing's like delayed, like about,
Like
on the, that was like 3
play
minutes
behind,
ago.
yeah.
Right, play behind.
Hurry up.
3rd and 15. This is a huge play. 3 wide receivers in the ball game. Lauer near side, Garthwaite and Ross far side.
Look for Morchin, number 5, the tight end, Dan. Over the middle.
Guard.
He's there.
He's in trouble. He gets out of it. He's running. He's at the 50. He's across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down. This is going to be a big call for Coach Pardee. Ian Todd made the tackle.
Ian Todd was on it. Oh, they'll probably they're going to punt because they're going to go field position. But let me tell you something right there. I really like the way Quisgard just lowered his shoulder right here. Let's watch it right here. He had Morton on the middle, but he couldn't see him. He touched the ball in, and right here, I like this toughness on his part right here. Watch this, Dan. He just says, okay, I'll take you on. You got to like that. Todd, nice tackle.
Vincent to kick. This wouldn't be a weird place to look for a fake. Vincent punts, and it's not a very good kick.
Let's see the roll.
It takes a bounce forward.
But it's going to get out about the 21, Dan.
The line of scrimmage was the 42. It goes out of bounds at the 21. A 21-yard kick, no return. 4:24 to go, 3rd quarter. Los Lomas up by 8, and they have the ball, Steve.
Yeah, Dan, and the thing is, right now, Clayton's defense, the reason they're here is going to have to rise to the occasion. They can't give them no more points because, again, every time we've seen them, their offense has kind of just been stagnant. You know what I mean? They really haven't got nothing going on.
If you look at
that one play they had for a touchdown, they haven't really done a whole lot.
And if you look at it too, Steve, usually when they get in these tight games, they don't score late.
Right.
It's usually the other team that's come out of it. So, and that's why, because your defense kind of gets worn down. Chandler running the ball on 1st down, and he's going to be tackled for a loss.
And that's why you don't want to run wide on these guys, Dan, because the speed is unbelievable on this team. They pursue. They're fast.
Hodel and Bailey made the tackle.
Watch this right here. Watch this pursuit by the front right here. This blue wave. Watch these guys just take off. They're reading it. They're going through gaps.
Look
They're
at Bailey.
Off.
Nice
Look at
spin
Bailey.
right there.
44. Podol right there in on it.
And he fought off Swisher.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mortensen came over and destroyed him.
Yeah.
See, Mortensen is kind of like here, get out of the way,
Yeah.
Swisher. And Swisher probably got up and went, hey, Joe, look at the scoreboard.
Hey, Joe, where are you going to college at? Call me later.
Second and 13. Lawliger to throw. Going deep for Yamashita. He's there! What a catch at the 35-yard line, taken down at the 34. Ross with coverage, but that was a beautiful play to Yamashita, Steve. That one covered close to 45 yards. Wait for Dave Jackson's official call. 49 yards on that pass play.
John Lawliger. That's all I can say.
Unbelievable.
That's all I can say. Let's watch this right here. Let's watch this throw by the kid. I'm going to call him the kid. He's a kid. And he's going, hot tub. I want to go to the hot tub. And he said, nope, no hot tub for you. No soup. And right here, pressure from the backside. Look at this throw, though, Dan.
Right fingertip
Oh,
catch.
baby.
Beautiful. 49-yard pass play, 1st down, inside Clayton Valley territory. Steve, like you said, they have to stop them here.
Yeah.
And they faked everyone out again. Nice play action. Looked like Pomerantz had the ball. It was actually 18 Lawliger running with the ball, and he's close to another 1st down.
Well, he does have a 1st down. They're going to move the chains down. And I'll tell you what, here's a replay of it right here. Faked everybody else, been faking our cameraman out, but we got to carry him into the scissors lift. You can't fake us everywhere.
Joel in the scissor lift tonight.
Joel's up in the scissors lift?
Yeah, can you believe that? He actually got that shot.
I can't believe he found DVC. He's up in the scissor lift. My God, that's unbelievable. Hey, Dan, but I'm telling you right now, if they get 3 here, they're total control because they got to score twice. And Clayton Valley, besides that quick strike, I don't know. Well, I mean, they're one play away from getting right back in it, but That was a huge play to Yamashita right there. Huge.
We'll see if the defense can come up here, Steve. They bailed him out the last time they were down here.
Yep.
First down. Hand off Pomerantz.
Look at
they
that.
do it. The ball's on the ground.
Look at that. Look who led it.
Clayton
Look at
Valley.
that. Huh?
Davis the recovery.
I'm telling you, the man dresses in a phone booth, Dan. Unbelievable.
It's almost
Look
like
at
he
him.
willed himself into that play.
Did you?
He heard me talking up here.
Can you believe that? That was just. That's where you know what? That's where the big time players come to play right now. Watch this. Watch number 5 right here, Dan. Watch this right here. Here's the handoff. Watch this. And he decleats the kid. Just decleats him. He hops him, like you like to say. And look at this. Hot potato on the ground. Unbelievable.
And turn the game right back into Clayton Valley's favor here with the ball.
You know, look at Matt. He wants to see it 10 times. He wants to see his nephew again. You know, okay, Matt. Let's do it one more time, Matt.
Can we show that from a reverse angle?
Can we show it again, Matt? Matt's going to have. That's my nephew. Ain't
The
he a
ball's
good?
at the 23-yard line. 3 turnovers for each team.
He's
Quistguard to throw. They're going back up on
No,
top.
look at this throw, though.
Oh, a terrible pass.
Oh, he had him.
Garthwaite could have ran down to Rasputin's and picked up a new CD if he had caught that pass.
Yes, he could have.
But he just kind of loft that one up there, and that's not like Quistguard to throw a pass like that.
And you know what? That one just got out of his hand. It's just, he didn't get a good throw off. It just came off, and you know what? That was a touchdown right there, because I tell you, he had him, the separation was there. If he got the ball to him, he's still running.
Spiegel had a chance to intercept it, but he dropped it. Second down, 2:20 to play, third quarter, 14-6 Los Lomas 3A championship.
And it's a good one.
This is finally after 4 weeks of 63-27 stuff. Inside screen. This is Ross. He bobbles it. It's incomplete. It was almost intercepted by one of the interior linemen. Might have been Todd.
You know, this game has been just kind of like funny stuff going on. You know what that tells me? It's going to be a weird fourth quarter, I'll tell you. Let's watch it right here. It's an inside screen, just like you called right here, Dan. And it just, I don't know what's going on with that ball. Well, it does funny things. It's shaped kind of funny. You know,
It was actually Lowe who almost intercepted it. Quistguard is 0 for his last 8 passes, Steve, including an interception.
Yeah.
3rd and 10. This is a huge play here late in the third quarter. Quistguard will throw. He's in trouble. Being rushed. Gets out of it. There's a hold. This is going to come back no matter what happens. Gets away again. Escapes. Throws. He completes a pass to Garthwaite. I think this is coming back.
It is coming back.
But
They're
they're
going to
still
hold.
going crazy as Garthwaite is inside the 30, tackled at the 26. But there's a penalty flag holding Clayton Valley, and it's coming back.
It's coming back. All that for naught.
That's how I feel when I go home. I make dinner.
Yeah.
I get it all ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the big night with the wife, and she goes straight to bed.
Okay.
I'm tired. Good night.
Yep.
That's how that one feels right there.
And now the crowd a day later realizes what happens. Yeah, well, that right there, Dan, you know, that's a huge mistake on their part because, boy, I tell you, Quistguard, let's watch
But this is
Quistguard
one
right
of those
here.
ones, though, if you don't have the hold, he might have been tackled for a loss, and the play never
Here you
happens
are.
anyway.
Okay.
So.
Here's Quistguard right here, okay? Right here. He's going to do, he goes,
there's the
okay,
hold right
there's
there.
a hold. He's
Look,
going to do,
he tackled. He's on top of him,
Yeah.
and that's a hold.
there's a little Houdini act. And there's a little bit of a talking to the parole board. He's going to give him another week off. Right there, he escapes that, and then he just throws it down here, and look who's waiting for it. Out of the
This is a
fingertips.
huge penalty, Steve. It's 3rd and 26 from the 8-yard line.
It's 3rd and Great America.
And they move. And now it's going to be even worse. They're going to have to set them back half the distance to the goal. It's going to
Okay.
be about 3rd and 30.
3rd and Santa Cruz.
Or 3rd and the Shark Tank.
3rd and
Ball start. Move.
3rd and Bolivia.
Man. And I just pointed out, it seems like when Clayton Valley gets into this kind of rut where they make mistakes and penalties, and this is what kills them.
Yeah.
And these are the 3 games they've lost this year.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, Dan, what they want to do right here on this 3rd down play, they want to pick up about 10 to 15 yards right here. Just give them some room, just to try to get a good kick out. Because I tell you what, field position, Los Lomas scores again, Clayton Valley's in trouble. That's the bottom line.
And just think, they would have had the ball on the 26.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're dealing with about a negative about 70 yards
Huge.
that they're playing with right now. 3rd and 30 from the 4. and they almost bobble the snap there, and this could be a safety, and it should be because it's rounding in the end zone, and it's a safety.
There goes a flag, there goes his marker, he threw his pin, he threw his socks. That guy's showing everything.
Intentional grounding from the end zone. That's a safety.
It's a safety. And you know, Steve, I'm just flabbergasted, as well as Clayton Valley has played all year long, for them to kind of fall apart here in the third quarter like this and have this succession of penalties and bad plays. It just looks like they just have lost it. It's really sad.
And you know, Dan, the thing about it is that they're shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But the thing about it is there's still the whole fourth quarter to go here, okay? They're down by 10. That was huge because they're going to get the ball again, Los Lomas, too. So at the end of the third quarter here, see, Clayton Valley fans are realizing, hey, we're not going to give up on you guys. Right now, they're starting to, this is far from over. But I agree with what you said last time. Next time, Clayton, first they got to stop them. Their defense has got to rise up again, and they got to score next time they get the ball to have a chance. Look at Quizguard's mom. She came down the field. Now what is wrong with you? Can we just get something going?
Additional friends of the program: Diablo View Florist, Images of 3 Hair Salon, the Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, Antioch Opticians, and Daniel Burke and Lee Keller, Doctors of Dentistry. And I saw Rick at Rock Bottom and Greg at Antioch Opticians this afternoon. Yeah.
Two great guys. Did Rick tell you I've been coming in and buying stuff from him?
Yeah, he told me you bought the new Chuck Berry Greatest Hits album. Giuseppe's Pasta and Grill, 2540 San Ramon Boulevard in San Ramon, 820-8866 for reservations. McDevitt is going to kick from the tee from the 20-yard line after the safety. 1 minute and 1 second to go, third quarter. 16-6 in what has been a just absolutely crazy third quarter.
It really has.
From Diablo Valley College. That's a good kick. It sends Spiegel back to the 22-yard line. This is Ryan Spiegel across the 30. Oh, he is hammered by Vincent at the 35 and sent backward.
That was number 16, Dan, who hammered it. Let's give kudos to 16.
Justin Vincent, 10-yard return.
Is that Troy Vincent's brother?
Yes, it is.
From the Vincent family?
Yes.
Out of Clayton Valley?
Yes.
I know them people.
That's
Let's watch this hit, Dan. Let's watch number 16. Hello. My brother plays defensive end. I play too.
Lolliger having it. Well, I gotta look at these stats.
We got to realize Jackson drank too much coffee too.
9-17, 135 yards. That last reception, 49 yards to Yamashita. 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 16-6. Let's see if the Clayton Valley defense can stiffen here.
Jared Nilsson on the sideline, looking concerned. Number 48 for the Eagles. There, he's got his hands folded, saying, "What the heck is going on? This don't look like us."
Oh, it's Davis with the pass down the sidelines. Yamashita, great play by Ross to break it up.
And I'll tell you, it was there, but I'll tell you what, if he would have let him a little bit more, that play was definitely, and see, this is the kind of thing Longero does. I love it. Their game plan has come out. I really like the game plan as Longero, what they've done.
That's Jack Davis, the backup quarterback, number 9.
Well, what a good time to put it in, huh, Dan? Look at this throw. He turns around just in time. If he would have let him, he had him. There was a little bit of separation there.
Hey, kitchen sink in this game, right?
Yep. Oh, you bet.
Everything but the kitchen sink. Look at this formation. Swisher is lined up as a wide receiver, trips to the far sideline on second down. It almost looked like Lolliger is audibling at the line of scrimmage. Play action. He keeps it on the option. Mortensen sniffed it out, and Vincent cleaned it up. After a gain of about 2, it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Now, that was 55, Dan, on offense who sniffed it out. That was...
and Cassidy, I guess.
Cassidy, it was. You just see the 1-5. Let's watch number 55 right here. Here's Morrison. Let's watch 55 sniff this out, though. Morrison bites a little bit on the end.
No, it's Mortensen.
No, you're right, Dan. I'm sorry, Dan.
And then Cassidy comes in with Vincent.
Yeah, he comes in and takes his wallet.
Yeah. 16 seconds to go, and I think that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So, Steve, a nutty third quarter. There's Coach Copley on the sidelines. They need a big stop here when we come back to start the fourth. After 3, Los Lomas 16, Clayton Valley 6 come back for the fourth quarter after these timeout on Comcast. Back at Diablo Valley College, start of the fourth quarter. Reviewing the scoring there in the third quarter, Yamashita, 14-yard touchdown pass. You can see Coach Pardee is very worried, and he should be at this point after that safety made it 16-6. Los Lomas here in the third quarter, now heading to the fourth.
I got to spend some time with him before the game, and very nice gentleman. Very nice guy.
He's been through the wars, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Always
He's been around
the
a while.
last guy to beat, De La Salle. Pass over the middle behind Yamashita at the 45-yard line. Going to force a punting situation here. So Clayton's going to get the ball back, and they have the whole fourth quarter, Steve.
Yeah.
But what they're going to need to do is score on this drive and then stop Los Lomas again. Probably get some good field position.
Well, Dan, and there's Coach Pardee again. I think they got to score when they get the ball. If they do, they're right back in it, okay? And they need to do that right when they get the ball. This time, they're going to have their opportunities. They still got two or three times to do it. But if they can do it now, it's going to give them some cushion to gamble on some other stuff. You don't want to get in desperation point, and it's going to get to that point once you get down to 5 minutes.
Ward to punt. Hodel and Garthwaite await the kick at the 35-yard line. Fair catch called for by Podel at the 35, and that's where Clayton Valley will take over.
Good job by Podel.
27-yard punt, no return, 11:48 to go here. Purchase your copy of this game, shipping courtesy of UPS included. Call 933-6264. Metal Matt will have another CC Rock after the game, and also Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria, voted best pizza in the East Bay, Ignatia Valley Road at Oak Grove. Brendan Theaters, Movie Magic in Concord and Pittsburgh. Great friends of the program, Caltech Pest Management for all your pest control needs.
Bobby Gonzaga Jr., thank you.
Next week, we'll have the De La Salle Pittsburgh game for you right here on Comcast, 7 o'clock Saturday and Sunday. Quiscard is having problems with his mouthpiece. This could cause a delay if they don't get to the line. He gets it off. First down, throws.
What a catch.
Great catch by Ross as he slides across midfield there. First down, Clayton Valley, gain of 13.
And there's Alex's stats, 3 catches. I think it was 68 yards there, Dan. But let's watch it right here. Just a two-step drop, little slant there, Dan. Look at this throw. He can throw the boy. He picked that right off the carpet. I mean,
him and Garthwaite were all league performers.
Well, they should
Valley
be.
on this side, and then Mortensen, of course, the
all-world
MVP. The ball's marked at the 48, first down. 3 wide receivers, far sideline. Handoff Johnson, and Johnson is tripped up.
The ball, that's the ground caused the fumble. They're going to roll that
and
in.
I think we have an injury here. I think that Los Lomas defender, and I'm trying to get that number, might have got kicked in the head there by Johnson. It's Esser, and he gets up very slow. Oh yeah. Oh no. This is not a good scene, because this looks a lot like what we experienced here earlier in the year with Chris Hurd, where he had an injury on this field. And there have been some problems with this field, Steve. It's a hard carpet. It's not that new synthetic turf.
Right.
I don't know whether he got hit by the turf or his head hit Johnson's knee.
You know what I think happened, Dan, and now it happened so quick, but I think his head got hit by Johnson's knee, because when Johnson went down, he was kind of shaken too, because there was a contact there with his knee, it looked like, and he flew about 3 or 4 yards after that contact, and I just don't like the way he went back down after he got up. That's kind of scary. Let's. Do you know who it is, Dan? Did we get the number of it?
It's Esser.
Let's watch it right here, Dan. Let's watch. He comes on in with. Watch this. Yeah, his knee to the head. Yeah, and that's what it is. And we're going to see it from the scissors lift right here.
Yep, and it's Esser right there.
Yeah, and you can see Johnson. I mean, it was a good tackle on his part. Johnson, he got up in it too, but you see him on the ground. And we just sure hope, we see so much of this in high school ball. This just really, puts a wrench into everything. You hate seeing this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But it is a part of the game, and you just I see his feet moving. That's a very good sign. You see that happening. So let's just hope our prayers and thoughts that he gets up and everything's going to be okay. I'm sure they're taking an inventory of him right now, and hopefully he just got some slight concussion.
We're going to take a quick pause from this action. We'll be back when the play resumes in the fourth quarter. Los Lomas leads 16-6. There's the ambulance that is taking off Christian Escher, number 12, from Los Lomas High School, and he a very classy move for the Clayton Valley fans who stood and applauded as he was put into the ambulance. Both teams on the field now warming up after the amounts to, Steve, like a second halftime almost a 20-minute break here. We hope. And you were watching this through the binoculars. You said you saw him actually moving.
Yeah, he was moving, Dan. But our prayers and thoughts are with him. Let's go to Tony. See what Tony's got, Dan.
All right, guys, Christian Escher, the linebacker, took a knee to the helmet, and the good news is he remained conscious throughout, and he was able to move his limbs, so it doesn't appear as serious as it looks. Hopefully he'll be okay. You saw them take him off the field, and our prayers go out to him and his family. We can just hope that he'll be okay. Guys, let's go back upstairs.
And, Steve, you hate to talk about strategy after a situation like that, especially in a high school game, but I guess at this point you'd have to say, who is this going to affect at this point? Will it take the wind out of the sails of Clayton Valley with the stoppage out of Los Lomas?
Well, Dan, you just don't know how they're going to respond. You don't know what would happen, what could happen, but they're back and they're going to play, and we'll just see what happens. Our prayers and thoughts are with them, like Tony alluded, and I guess we're ready to go here. Dan, play some football. This throws a whole monkey wrench into the whole thing. You hate seeing this again because basically, we went through this with the Chris Hurd incident, and ironically, all these Clayton Valley kids knew Chris Hurd. They grew up with him, they played with him. So, but anyway, we move forward, and our prayers and thoughts are with him. We'll see what happens.
We resume 2nd and 5, Clayton Valley at the 45. Quiscard throws to Mortensen, and it's incomplete. Ian Todd was there with the coverage. It was kind of a crazy scene, Steve. We had to unhook all of our cameras to get the fire truck and the ambulance in here. And we might only have one camera for a couple of plays, but I think that we've got everything back together. And we don't want to delay this much longer than we already have. It's already close to, on Friday night, 9:42. We send all of our best wishes to Christian Escher. I hope that he's okay. And it was kind of eerie since the Chris Hurd thing. And as you mentioned, Chris Hurd knew a lot of the Clayton Valley players, so they've been touched on a lot of these situations there this year. Big play, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. Quiscard over the middle to Mortensen. First down at the 35-yard line.
What a great catch by Mortensen, too. He brought it in with his hands, Dan. He juggled a little bit, and he brought it into the bread basket, moved the chains. Clayton, big play for Clayton Valley right here. They picked up the blitz very well right here. He stands high in the pocket. Watch this. Bobbles it a little bit, but brings it in, moves the chains. The guy can do just about anything, Dan. I wonder if he can cook.
I don't know.
Okay, well, but look at this right here, Daniel. Look at that. One little fingertip grab right there. Real good job. Nice camera work, fellas.
First down at the 35. 10:17 to go. The clock is not a factor yet. It will be soon. Quiscard hands off to Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle, spin move. Has another first down inside the 25, tackled at the 22-yard line. Kattenberg was there alongside number 24, Kevin Merlander. Another first down. Clayton Valley, they need a quick strike here, though, Steve, to get on the scoreboard.
Let's watch it right here, Dan. They're running off the Clayton Valley's line on their right side right here, Dan, and he does a spin move right here. Real good job, probably their longest run from the right side. Who we got over the right side,
Davis
Dan?
and Cassidy.
Davis and Cassidy, good job right there, opening up the hole. Let's give some kudos to the center.
Well, that was who's on the starting lineup. You never know who's in there now.
Yeah, Jordan Cavanis, he did a great job, number 77. But they're moving chains. We got a timeout on the floor, Dan. And while we do, let's talk about Vita Vita Vitamin. Do you poop out at parties? God, I don't know, Dan. Go ahead, Dan. Let's do some business here.
It kind of took the wind out of everyone's sails. Diablo View Florist Images, a 3 Hair Salon, the Quilting Queens, Matchmaker Restaurant, No Name Pizza, Jim's Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Charter Funding Incorporated, Mary Marie Salon, Rock Bottom Records, Antioch Opticians, Burke and Keller Doctors of Dentistry. Great friends of the programming. Also, remember Dr. Hogue?
Do I remember Dr. Hogue? He's got a son who's a very good running back at Monta Vista named Tom Hogue. I think he's going to be the Player of the Year, the Times Player of the Year. And see that right there? He could really get food stuck in your teeth right on out for you.
We also want to thank the Monta Vista cheerleaders and the San Ramon Booster Club for helping us out this year, getting games on here on Comcast.
And folks, if you guys want to do some advertising on Comcast, get a hold of Matt Bolender. What's his name? Bolender?
Bolender.
Bolender.
Yes.
Yeah, join the game of the week. Call Matt. And there's a couple Clayton Valley cheerleaders. Hi, girls. 933-6264.
Here we go. First down, 10:03 to go.
Tripped to the right, Dan.
Very good, Steve. The ball at the 23-yard line of Las Lomas. 16-6 Knights. Swing pass. And that hasn't worked tonight, and that usually is a staple of the Clayton Valley offense.
Yep. And, that's okay. It's a good play on first down. It stops the clock, and there's still 10 minutes to go. We're right at 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. Let's watch it right here. It's a one-step drop right out here to the flat.
Quistguard really has misfired tonight. He has not been his usual self tonight.
But here's the other angle. Boy, we got angles everywhere, Dan.
He is, he would probably be the first to tell you that this hasn't been his best game.
No.
Last week he was 9-15 for 142 yards, 3 touchdowns.
This game ain't over.
That's a good point.
He can still pull a rabbit out of the hat here, Dan. He throws a touchdown pass right here.
2nd and 10, Mortensen in motion to the right side. Play action. He wanted Mortensen in the flat. He wasn't there. He's running. He gets away from a defender. A gain of about 5.
And Dan, let's don't forget this too. A field goal don't hurt you here. You need
you need
to score. You need 2 scores. You get a field goal. There's plenty of time. 9 minutes and 40-something running. But now you're within 7. You got to get that 3 on the board sometime, somewhere down the line. So
they're actually going to spot this at the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. Here's a look at it.
And Quistguard, he's holding his elbow like he's hurt a little bit. There was a hold. He got away with it, Johnson. He's elusive. He's a good little quarterback, good little option. He just misfired today a few times. I've misdelivered packages on streets before and stuff. I'm sure you have. And then there's a flag.
I think it's it might be a legal substitution.
Illegal substitution, yeah. Good call, Dan.
And this is you know what happens, Steve? Once you've sent all your players into the huddle, you cannot then send another once they've broken that huddle.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be a 3rd and 12, Steve, all the way back at the 24-yard line. This is a big play right here.
Yeah, it really is.
And it almost maybe pushed them out of field goal range.
He's a very good field goal kicker, but you'd be a lot comfortable kicking a 20-yarder than a 35, 38-yarder. So, and you got to be careful, because if you do get a sack here, then you are in trouble.
They bring the house. They pick it up. Quistguard throws. Garthwaite just out of the reach of Garthwaite. Down near the end zone. It's incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th down.
They're going to have to kick it, Dan, because they need 3 anyway. They got a real good foot in McDivitt. And
I think they're going for it.
They might take a timeout and discuss it. Let's watch a replay right here, Dan. Right here's running the flag pattern right here. Let's watch how close he comes. Oh. Just out of the reach. And there's Spiegel on the coverage. Good job. He's had a great game. Boy, look at these guys. Here it comes. The boy, I tell you, I've been impressed with this Los Lomas team. I really have against these guys. I really thought they were going to have their hands full. And, well.
I'll tell you, Steve, I remember I played now don't laugh, a 6th grade YMCA championship football game here at DVC. When we were in the 6th grade, we won, actually, the Antioch YMCA. And I fell on that carpet, and I still have the scars from that game.
Okay.
I know, that's a big thrill for everyone here.
Well, did you say YMCA?
YMCA. Don't do it. Don't do the YMCA.
Well, Jackson tapped me on the shoulder. Let me see what he's got to say.
I don't want to know what Jackson has to say.
Jackson told me to tell you I'm impressed.
Oh, okay.
I am impressed with Dan. He's done a lot of great things.
In the 6th grade.
Well,
Dream Theater coming up after the game on your Comcast Community Channel. CC Rock, Metal Mat. He'll have a new one next week, folks. He's working on a new one. Michael Schenker from Cadillac Ranch a couple weeks ago. Big play. 4th and 12. This might be Clayton Valley's last hope here, Steve. 8:43 to play, 4th quarter. Long snap count. Quistguard up the middle. Little quarterback draw. He's going to have to dive.
Oh, he got it.
I don't know. This is going to depend on the spot. It's going to depend on the spot. It's going to be very close.
If it's on this side, they're short, Dan. They're short if they're marking on this side.
He didn't get it.
Nope.
He missed it by probably a half a yard.
They marked it short on this side, and it's going to be a 4th down.
Amazing. It's Clayton Valley has just
And look at the night. He's all fired up, Dan.
Since that first play, you know, Steve, they come out first place, end zone, miss the extra point. Since that point, they just really haven't had it tonight.
Right here, he just takes off. And I think his knee, they're going to see where his knee went down. Just gets tripped up.
Well, they gave him the spot. That's where he put the ball down. But the ball is at the 13-yard line. First down, Los Lomas. 8:33 to play. Clayton Valley simply needs to stop them right here, 3 and out.
You're going to get some motion in the backfield from Los Lomas, Dan, and this is going to push them back a little bit. But, hey, Dan, let me tell you something. It's starting to get to panic time for Clayton Valley. I mean, they need 2 scores, 8 and running. Things have got to start happening now. Defensive-wise, you got to stop them now. They got to have a 3
infraction on the center. White.
Jeez, I thought God was talking to me for a minute. It scared the heck out of me.
Well, it's now first down from the 8, first and 15.
First and 15. So that helps Clayton Valley, knocks him back 5. And, you know, trying to get 5 extra yards against this defense is no easy task. But let's see what happens here, Dan. They need a 3 and out, and then they have to score next time they get a ball to have a chance.
Each team has 2 timeouts.
Look at that.
Handoff inside Pomerantz, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Jaggers made the tackle.
And, you know, I was talking to a Jaggers' dad before the game, you know, Bill, and I touched him right here, and the guy is just huge, the father. And I said, is your boy big as you? And he said, yep. Is this how he said? He goes, yep. And I said, okay. There's a concerned Clayton Valley staff right there,
concerned.
Dan. Yep.
Lolliger taking his time. This kid knows how to use the clock. Yamashita in motion. Play action. Lolliger to throw.
Oh, that's
home run ball. Swisher, and it's just out of the reach of Swisher at the 40-yard line.
And boy, I tell you what,
he was open too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Lolliger got some pressure, and look what a throw that he made under that pressure. He almost completed it to Swisher, and it was a beautiful throw.
What kind of gunslinger is Doug Longero throwing out of the end zone, down up 10?
Oh well,
when you can just run the clock out maybe and punt here, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's a gambler. Look at this. What's this extension here? Look at this. Oh.
And then that's how I hurt my arm when I dove like that, and it hurt my arm right there.
In 1964, Dan Wall.
It's more like
Manila.
1971, but that's all right.
The Philippines.
3rd down. Lolliger to throw. Has some time. Moving in the pocket. Throws for Pomerantz. It's incomplete. And so the clock stops now. They only burned about 20 seconds on those last 2 pass plays.
And now they're kicking out of their end zone.
I'd send the house right here.
This is all good stuff for Clayton Valley.
I'd send the house right here. I'd tell Vincent. Remember Vincent in the Antioch game when he went in and maimed the Antioch punter twice?
That's true.
I'd say do the same thing, but get the ball this time.
Yeah. Or do that to Lolliger. That's what I'll tell him.
Ward to kick. Now they're going to get good field position. I mean, Garthwaite is at the 40-yard line and Podol's at the 30.
And the cry of block that punt comes out of the Clayton Valley section here, Dan.
Oh, and it's a bad snap, and it's in the end zone. It's kicked around down there. If Clayton falls on it, it's a touchdown. If not, it's a safety. It's a safety. Oh my goodness, Steve, they're back in it. They got the 2.
Well, Dan, you know the thing about it is, if they would have fell on that ball.
Oh, it would have. You talk about
what that kicker should have did is just kick it out the back of the end zone.
Kicked it over to the scoreboard on the baseball field.
Kicked it over to the mall.
We got to take another look at this. Yes. This game has just been wacky.
Now, but they got life.
It's a bad snap. It's high.
Let's watch this here.
Look how high that is.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not even close. But let's watch this. Now, what he should have did right here is just kick it out.
He should just Landon Donovan it all the way out of the end zone.
And now watch how many chances Clayton Valley has a chance to get 7 right here. Let's watch this, Dan. It's loose in the end zone. There's a ton of right here.
Oh, there's another guy right there.
There's Jaggers. There's Vincent on it. Here comes Podol. Look at this. He's going to be dreaming about this.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. Oh, that is just crazy.
Unbelievable. An inch.
You know what that dream like? You ever have that dream when you're running and you can't get away from the guy? And you're just like, you think you just can't run. That's what that guy's going to be dreaming about. But hey, they got 2. They got their 2 back. Been 2 safeties.
I always have that dream where I'm with Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
And she invites me back to her place.
You
I
are
open up
dreaming.
a bottle of champagne and I wake up. That's how Podol felt.
Well, that's what he felt right there.
Now they have a chance. 16-8 in one of the nuttiest games you've ever seen. Chandler will kick from the 20. Clayton Valley's going to get the ball back with plenty of time, 7:33. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Steve, can you say overtime in the North Coast Section 3A Championship possibly here tonight?
All of that?
Ross at the 32. Up the middle to the 47-yard line.
But they're in business, Dan.
They are.
7:28, a whole lot to go on.
Frisk made the tackle. 15-yard return.
Let's do
And
some friends, Dan.
Clayton Valley has life. The Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by great friends of the program, Delta RC Raceway and Hobby Shop in Antioch, Mellows Heating and Air Conditioning, Lone Tree Golf Course, Batalia's Italian Food, A&B Creative Trophies, Sounds of Pinewood Studio. We'll get the rest of those after this play. First down from the 46-yard line officially where they'll start. 16-8, Los Lomas. 7:28 left to play in the ball game. Handoff Johnson, and Johnson gets 2.
Number 50 on the
Lowe
tackle.
was there. Lowe and number 55 also, Colin Corey. Actually, it was 65 Swisher who made that tackle.
Wasn't Kevin Lowe like number 26? Huh? A couple years ago?
He was 26 as a sophomore and a junior. He was a running back, but I say he put on some weight and some muscle. Now he's a guard, and he's still playing linebacker.
Look at him.
He was our player of the game a number of times.
That's right. I remember. Oh yeah, I remember the guy well.
2nd and 8 from the 48.
He's an Aquarius. He likes cabbage. Oh, look at this. Oh,
Quisgard escapes, throws, has Mortensen. First down at the 41-yard line in front of Spiegel. And Clayton Valley, I think they can feel it, Steve, that maybe that they finally have some momentum.
Oh, they definitely got momentum. They opened the door for. Go ahead, didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead,
I'm just
Dan.
going to say, here's a replay. We'll see it, but you know, did this long delay maybe take something out of Los Lomas?
Look at Morrison right here behind the coverage right there.
See him put his hand up.
See him put his hand up. Dan, let me ask you a question. Do you like him as tight end or do you like him as linebacker? I like him as both. But
I like him as both, but I think he's probably got a future in the professional field as a linebacker.
Wow, you think so?
I do.
Okay.
He could probably do it as a tight end too, but he's really good at linebacker.
Look at this.
Oh, big gain, Johnson. Another first down inside the 30. They're going to spot it right at the 30-yard line. First down. Clayton Valley moving the chains.
You know, Dan, it would be justice if we got overtime in this game.
Well, after the last
3 weeks.
to
Come
20.
on. I mean, are we
53 to 6. 63 to 27.
Are you done?
38 to 7. Jesus.
I guess he's not, folks. They're doing the wave over here, Dan. I've never seen a wave at the high school game, but they are.
First down from the 30 of Los Lomas. Inside of 6 minutes to play. Johnson, another big gain.
Well, they found something on that right side, Dan, all of a sudden. All of a sudden, that right side of the line of Davis, Cavanis,
I don't think Davis is actually in there, Steve, but
Cassidy, Murphy.
Yep, just name them all.
Mears, Cavanis, Ross, Williams, Johnson. They're a great offense. Let's watch it right here, Dan, on the right side right here, though. They're overloading. Look at those blocks. That whole line's doing a great job.
One right here.
Well, look,
is that the monster? It's the monster.
It's the monster.
The Manster.
The Manster, half man, half Manster.
Joe Mansterson. Second and 2.
Oh, they jumped.
Oh, they did.
Oh, that
Quisgard
hurts.
caused that.
Yeah,
Quisgard
he came up.
come up like he was going to change the play, and then I believe it was the left guard, or right guard, number 75.
And boy, that hurts. 2nd and 2. Now you're looking at 2nd and 8. That is just, or 2nd and 7. That's just huge.
Yeah, Jesse Hunt, who wasn't on my starters, but has played for Clayton Valley, is in the game. That's who you're seeing on that side that they're running behind.
Well, he's doing a great job because they're all of a sudden they're opening up holes right there.
2nd and 8, 5:02 to play, clock running. Clayton Valley tries, they don't want to leave too much time for Los Lomas here, Steve, if they can tie this up. But they also have to get the all-important 2-point conversion.
Brett Lauer comes running out. He almost lost that
he
ball.
almost bobbled it.
Look at
Goes
this.
back. Oh, and then Johnson trips and falls.
You know, that thing was ugly from the
It
snap.
was.
That was probably the best thing that could have happened in that play was an incompletion right there. So
that was a train wreck.
yeah. So You know, they're looking at third down. Here's Quiscard.
You know, since that first pass, Steve, he would have been 4 of 15 for 37 yards in the game.
But you know, the kid's a great competitor. I mean, he's out there. He's a great competitor. He's just a little bit off in his game. You know what I mean? But hey, 4:43. They're still in it.
This is a big play, Steve. 37.
From here on in, they're all big, Dan. But yeah, you're right. This is a big one.
Quiscard looks confused again.
Yeah.
They bring a blitz. He throws. He's got a receiver. Garthwaite was wide open. He would have had a touchdown, and he overthrew him in the end zone.
Wow.
And they got to go for it now, Steve.
Oh, they do. And you know what? I run the same play. I run that same play. He's been open.
Times.
Yeah, he just hasn't hit him. I run it until let's watch a replay right here. Just puts a little too much mustard on it, Dan, and right there, he ain't going to be able to catch it, and he had separation. He had 7 points.
This may be the biggest play of the game so far. 4th and 7. The Los Lomas defense exhorting the crowd on their sideline. The Clayton Valley side up.
Single coverage on the near side over here, Dan.
Oh, and a big cushion, and there's movement, and it's Mortensen this time.
Yep. That's going to move them back. That hurts.
Well, they've had 2. They had a 2nd and 2, Steve, and now they're going to have a 4th and 12.
Yeah, you know what? They're shooting themselves in the foot. They've done it really most of the game if you think about the mistakes they've made. And here they are at a time where they could really capitalize on a couple mistakes, and they're just shooting themselves in the foot. And I know Coach Pardee, I'm not trying to, you know, I'm just telling them like it is, Dan.
Thank you. You are. Well,
look at the penalties. Look at that big penalties right there. And that is, it's not the 7 for 65. It's when they occurred. That's the thing.
4th and 12. They show blitz. Garthwaite in motion. Quiscard to throw. Throws. End zone again. And that's got to be pass interference, and it is. Spiegel pulled down Garthwaite at the 10-yard line, but Clayton Valley still got life.
It looks like he's waving it off. He may be saying it was uncatchable.
Well, I don't know how you could say that was uncatchable when you drug the guy down 5 yards before you got to him.
Well, let's just see what they call.
I believe it's a penalty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not calling off. Yep.
Interference. Defense.
Wow. Bailed them out. Bailed them out big time. Let's watch this, Dan. Here it is.
And there's where it happened.
Wow. Let's try it again, Dan. One more time. Right here. Watch this right here, Dan. You're going to see it right here. They get tangled up. Yeah,
he pushed him.
Yeah, he pushed him.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that one. Now, it might have been uncatchable.
There's Coach Pardee.
Now, see, that's where you may, sometimes they put in the, like uncatchable. It's like a legal hands or something like that. But still, irregardless, it's a first down at the 18-yard line. Clayton Valley trying to tie this one up. Johnson around that right side again, dancing down the sidelines.
Wow.
It's going to depend on the spot. I think they're going to mark him inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. First down, gain of 14, 4:25 to go. Clayton knocking on the door. Boy, Steve, this one's getting interesting.
Oh, it really is, Dan. Let's watch a replay right here. Boy, you didn't think this had much in the makings, but boy, he walked a tightrope down the line. Let's watch it right here. Real nice Silbuck. Look at number 5. Is there anything that guy cannot do?
They're running behind Cassidy and Hunt on that side.
And look at him run down the line. Wow. Wow. It looks like a big hole right up the middle, Dan. Watch the quarterback.
Handoff, Johnson, and there's a penalty flag. He's near the goal line. We'll have to wait and see what this penalty is. This could be a hold.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to say nothing.
It is. It's holding, and this is a big penalty. This is going to push him back to the 14-yard line, Steve. It's almost going to negate that last play. And that came real early in the play.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand is how you can throw a hold a flag that quick. I don't know, but obviously they're down there, and it happens
pretty much on a play like that. You'd have to tackle the guy to get that.
Yeah, it's that quick.
Ball be placed at the 14-yard line.
But you know what? Hey, they're right in it, Dan. They've come back. They've showed a lot of character, this team.
They always do. They're always in. I mean, look at the games we've had with them. We had the Antioch game, 7-6, where they had a field goal attempt, could have won the game. Overtime against Pittsburgh. This game. Both of these teams are a lot of fun to watch.
Oh,
and that's
they really
why
are.
they've been on a lot for us. First and goal.
That's nothing.
Hand off to Johnson. I'm telling you, I got
Pomerantz was in on there.
Yeah,
Deleuze, he was in there.
You got to look for the Manster.
Yeah.
I think the Manster over the middle for the touchdown right here is the call. They haven't thrown that pass to him in the end zone. Think he likes that nickname, the Manster?
Look at the Phillies.
Is that the Raiders playing the Knights?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the ratings. The Raiders got Watson. Look for Quizguard, Dan.
Mortenson's in the backfield. Second and goal from the 14. Quizguard. Oh, there's a big rush. He's running for his life. Look at this. Quizguard tries to get away. Now, he's out of the pocket. I don't know if they have the same rule. No, they don't. They don't have the same rules they have in pro football.
There goes a flag now.
Yeah. See, in pro football, that would have been considered a pass because he was outside the pocket.
Well, I don't know why the ref is down here marking the ball. No pocket.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
In pro ball, that's
between
not
the tackles, not between the tackles.
Once you get outside it's kind of weird in a way. You would think they would have that rule here because here you really want to protect the quarterback.
Right.
He didn't throw it away, it was the hit.
And it's third down, blue.
And they lose a down on that.
And Coach Pardee trying to say, well, he didn't throw it away, it was the hit. Well, I don't think you're going to buy that, Coach. But right here, here it is again. He's just,
They brought the house right here. Lowe was running after him, Swisher.
Yeah, he threw that ball. He wasn't,
That was Kattenberg who made that play right there.
But you can see him throw it with the left hand. Yeah, he tries to get rid of it.
And there was no one around.
Yeah.
So, Steve, they have to score a touchdown here from the 27-yard line. They have two opportunities with 3:07 to play.
That was a big, huge penalty down there low.
Quizguard has time, throws. Garthwaite's down there. Oh, he had it and dropped it. Right. Oh, no. He had it. He readjusted to the ball at the 1-yard line, and it went right through his hands. And now they need a prayer.
Boy, you know what? I tell you what, Dan, these guys they're crazy what these guys do. I mean, it's just like right here, you think he might even have a touchdown. He adjusts just like you said.
Right through his hands.
Yeah.
And he would have been down at the 1-yard line.
He'd been down at the 1 foot. Yeah. Here's the other view of it right here.
Timeout on the field.
4 was open down below, too, Dan. Ross was open down below the coverage, but right there you had your play.
Unbelievable, Steve.
Dan, I do that. You know what? I do that same flag pattern over here on the left side that's been open all night. If I'm the coach, that's what I do.
Well, Clayton calls timeout. They have 1 left. Los Lomas has 2. 3 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, 16-8. Los Lomas. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is. It's been a great one though. It's been a
crazy, but very interesting. That's right.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have the De La Salle Pittsburgh game for you tomorrow night. Now, Steve, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you: do you think De La Salle is going to win that game, or do you think Pittsburgh has a chance?
I think Pittsburgh has a chance. I think De La Salle will win it. How's that?
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean it's the thing about it is that's going to be, no matter what nobody tells you, it's going to be De La Salle's toughest game all year, because I'll tell you why. Number 1, Pittsburgh is peaking right at the right time. Number 2, they've played them before. They know what to expect. The kids aren't intimidated by them.
Well, remember, in that 26-0 game, there was a kickoff return, a field goal, and a safety. So they only scored 2 offensive touchdowns, and they played with their third-string quarterback. Corral did not play that game, and since Corral's taken over, Pittsburgh has become the St. Louis Rams.
And Dan, the one thing I think about is like a Mike Tyson fight. He got half of his people beat before they stepped in the ring. De La Salle's a lot like that. I don't think Pittsburgh's intimidated by him, but I still say De La Salle by 14.
There you go. By the way, they're having a barbecue. They had it on Friday night. They're bringing back all the players from the 91 team, the last team to beat De La Salle. Here we go. 4th down. They have to score on this play. Showing blitz. Quizguard in the pocket. Throws to Garthwaite. Same play down there. And it's broken up. Far sideline, number 1, Sean Kalina made the play, and that's the guy who got beat on the opening touchdown.
Yep, it was. And Kalina came back and made a great coverage right there. They take over. Let's watch it right here. It's a flag pattern. He tries to bite towards the post, goes out towards the flag. Here's the throw. Now watch him. He just kind of leaves it up there a little too long. Look at that.
Great play by Kalina.
And he wouldn't have been in anyway. They had the ball on the 3-yard line, so.
Now this is going to be interesting. 2:54 to go. They have 1 timeout. So Los Lomas basically, if they can get one timeout here, nice angle on that shot.
One first down?
One first down,
Yeah.
this one's over.
Yeah.
So Clayton Valley needs a stoppage or a turnover here to have a hope. And they will probably, if they can stop them, would get the ball back and have to go about 60 yards. They'd have very little time left on the clock. Hand off to Pomerantz. Breaks Mortenson's tackle and gets about 4 up to the 30-yard line. Clock running with 2:46 to go. There's no 2-minute warning in high school football.
They do stop it to move the chains. That's about it.
If they need to. So one timeout, and this one's just about over.
Yep.
I think personally, Steve, they went to that flag pattern pass just one too many times.
Yep.
I would have looked to the middle of the field at some point, and maybe even to a receiver, Mortensen to the tight end, or to a guy like Lawler who hasn't even seen the ball tonight. Someone, because Garthwaite and Ross are pretty much known commodities.
Right. Look at Lawler using the clock.
Oh, he's awesome when it comes to this.
Look at this.
Big defensive play, though. That's a huge defensive play. Guess who it is, too? Oh, he's got the ball, too.
Look at Mortensen. Boy, I tell you what, that guy.
I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. He had the ball on that play. He pushed that play all the way back.
I wouldn't want to meet him in a light alley. Let's watch number 5 right. He says, okay, well, I'm just going to have to take over. Okay, I'm going to have to pull out the cape.
If he was a baseball player, he'd be playing third, and he'd just walk over the pitcher and go, give me the ball.
Yeah.
You're not pitching anymore. Timeout, Clayton Valley. That's their final timeout with 2:06 to go, Steve. They pushed him back.
I wouldn't get that close to Coach Pardee with a camera right now. That guy's got a lot of guts right now, whoever that cameraman is.
Now, it's 3rd and 8. They stop them. They can run it down to about 1:35 before they have to punt. If they punt from where they're at right now, if they can hold them in this position, the way they've been kicking, they might have to go about 60 yards. They'll have about 1:30 to do it, perhaps. Yeah, you got to buy this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't buy this tape, well, then, you know what?
You just don't like high school football.
You don't like high school football, or you don't like me and Dan, or you don't like both, or you don't like Dan.
Tony Schultz.
Who?
Tony Schultz, Dave Jackson, Matt Bollander.
What a crew.
The Clayton Valley cheerleaders.
We're about as effective as the Jamaican bobsled team.
You used that one 3 times.
So what?
We need a new one.
I like those guys.
Big play, 3rd and 8. Play action. They're going for it. Lawliger has time. He's sacked.
74.
It was Brandon Davis, and they drop him at the 23-yard line. 1:56 to go. They're going to let this run. They're going to punt with about 1:25, Steve. They're winding the clock right now, so they have about 30 seconds from now. So they're going to get the ball back with 1:15, and you can see where Garthwaite is the 50-yard line. They still have a chance.
Oh, sure they do.
But they're going to have to use the sideline, and if you remember in this game, he has not thrown effectively to the sideline.
No, he hasn't.
Stop the clock. Not a ball.
Oh, they almost block it.
Oh, what a punt, too.
This is a great kick. Garthwaite at the 35-yard line. Coming to this side. He's on his feet. He's got a wall. Garthwaite. He's marked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. There were some very close blocks, but no flags on the play.
Wow, they got a big chance now.
1:10 to go. No flags on the play. There was one block back here where the Clayton Valley guy kind of got his. Watch it right here, right there. And he kind of just got it away.
But right here, he had the Yankees.
Knocked out of bounds by Ward, who is the punter.
Boy, you see the ball. Let's watch number 5, what he does. Oh, him and Swisher.
That's like the Undertaker and Stone Cold right there. That's a main event in any book. Swisher and Mortensen. Put that on the next pay-per-view. Quisgard. Play action, faking, rolling. He's got some room. Tucks it in. He gets down to the 32.
No, they're going to run it.
And they're going to run the clock.
Yep.
With the inside of 58, Clay. This is where in high school you got to worry. Can these kids do this kind of last-minute drill?
Right.
Can they spike the ball and move the ball and call plays at the line of scrimmage? This is something that a pro team gets to practice for hours and hours and hours every day. These kids don't. Quisgard throws. It's Ross at the 21. It's a first down, so they'll stop the clock with 38 seconds to go. They're at the 21-yard line. I think right now I would spike it and take. You still have 3 downs. I would take and just kind of calm everyone down.
I don't got to spike it. Hey, I'm fine.
All right.
I need the down. They know what they're doing.
All right, if you think so.
I know so.
All right. Quistgaard in the pocket, throws, sideline.
See?
Oh, and Garthwaite. Did you see Garthwaite?
Oh,
He
yeah,
was out of
dragged that
bounds
foot.
and he still drug his foot.
That's right. See? Now you got 29 seconds. Now you're down on the 15-yard line. And now it's like the phone rings usually about right now. I hate this kind of stuff. Let's watch it right here, Dan. And now all of a sudden he's a Mr. Sideline. That's what he couldn't do nothing. Now all of a sudden he's Fred Biletnikoff and Kenny
Look at
Stabler.
this. Look at him.
Look at this.
Look, his foot's out of bounds, and he drugged that far foot. That was incredible.
Jeez.
First down at the 16, 27 seconds to play.
You can't be short, Dan. You got to go in the end zone every time.
Quistgaard throws
No.
to Mortensen at the 8. It's incomplete.
That's okay. That's not the worst thing that could happen.
And Lolliger is in the game playing defense. Everyone has thrown out the playbook. They've thrown out everything. This guy threw his shirt out and his jacket out. And anyone that wants to play, we think we can stop them or we think we can score is in the game right now.
Now that kid will have the flu next week. And he'll be going, I wonder how I got sick. There's the numbers, the comparison. And all of a sudden, Quistgaard, not too bad. You know, I mean, he had a rough time. You know what I mean? But he's come on. He's a competitor. I like his spirit.
It's third down, Steve, and 5. And I think that was offside.
No. You got the quarterback moving without the ball and then drew him off. It's going to be 5 yards. False start.
Yeah.
And he's done that a few times. And he's made his guys jump a couple times. Let's watch the replay. Watch the quarterback here, Dan. Slow motion. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Now you can see the lineman. You can't see it in slow motion. It's hard, but he did move. But there's 22 seconds left, Dan. You don't have time to really throw it short down the middle. You got to go in the end zone. That's really, you got 2 shots in the end zone.
I think right now you should go down the sideline for a first down. Then you've got
Look at that,
3 or 4
Dan.
chances.
Look at that. Look at the penalties. 11 for 103 yards for the
It's like the Antioch game. It's the same thing that happened in that Antioch game. Quistgaard to throw. Moves up in the pocket, steps up, throws over the middle.
Had a man, but he was just...
He overthrew Ross, and he also had Garthwaite, and it fell in between them. And this is going to be the final play for Clayton Valley. Unless they get a first down, it's 4th down. This is where, and they don't have a timeout, so they can't discuss it. They have to be ready to go right now.
And you know, Dan, the thing is, if they do get a first down, they will have time for a play because they're going to stop the clock to move the chains. But they should call 2 plays in the huddle right now.
This is it. A North Coast Section Championship is on the line here. 4th and 9.
Think this is a big play, Dan?
This is the biggest play in probably maybe Clayton Valley's football history.
Okay.
Lauer in motion. Quistgaard rolling. Sets. Runs up. Looks. Throws to the end zone. Mortensen! Touchdown! Touchdown, Mortensen! They finally went to the tight end! 21 yards!
It's going to take, all this celebration, they're going crazy, Dan, but they still need 2.
They need 2. It's 16-14. Unbelievable. And Los Lomas is going to call a timeout right now because this is a huge play for them.
Yep, everybody.
Now we'll probably be able to see on the replay right here, Quistgaard made this happen. He stepped up in the pocket and he found his big tight end. And what a catch by Mortensen.
Watch him step up, buys a little time, and watch this. Look at this touch pass. And look at Mortensen. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays, Vic Worth, 1954 touchdown. Hot top. Hot top.
It's going to be hot tub if they get this 2-point conversion, and we're going to be going to overtime.
And we're going to be in the hot tub because we got overtime.
Unbelievable. What an ending. So Los Lomas calls timeout. They have 1 left. There's no timeouts here for Clayton Valley. They're calling the play. Party on the field with his team.
Dan, that's the only way this can end is in overtime. Come on, let's have some fun.
It's got to have overtime.
Come on, let's watch the other replay right here, Dan. Our scissors lift. Little touch pass. Watch over his shoulder. Look at this adjustment. Wow.
Give it to me one more time.
Hot tub!
Here we go.
Nothing but a hot tub.
From the 3.
Here we go, Dan.
This is a different formation. Trips far side, but Lauer is in the slot. 1 back behind Quistgaard. They need this to tie the ball game. 16-14, Los Lomas. 9 seconds to play. Lauer in motion. Quistgaard rolling. He's looking. He throws. It's good!
Wow.
He found the receiver!
Wow.
It's Lauer! Brett Lauer, the first time he caught the ball. Did I tell you? They had to go to Brett Lauer. Unbelievable.
Look at this crowd here at
They are
ABC.
going bananas.
And I'll tell you something. Hot tub for everybody. Because, you know, look at that. Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Hey, I'll tell you, Dan, we deserve this, don't we?
After
Come
the
on.
last 4
After the
weeks,
last
yes,
4
we
weeks,
do.
There's Morton's mom.
That's her.
That's her. You know how I know it? Because she's a lot better looking than Matt. And that's Matt's sister.
Unbelievable.
What a great game.
16-16.
And you know what? Quiz guard, you got to love the kid. Struggled all game, but you know what? Hung in there, competed, and look at the last 2 throws, what he did. Those were just...
He made both
He
those
made
plays.
both of them. He made both of them. And there we are. See by the Viking Stadium, folks? Right there to the left? That's us. Hello. Wow.
Unbelievable turn of events.
Let's watch a replay right here, Dan. Now watch him right here. He's rolling out right here. You think, oh, it's trouble, it's trouble. Look at him on the run.
Lauer just found a little seam in there.
Little seam right there.
And that's why I always like that play.
Look at big number 77. He's all excited. Cavanagh Jordan says, hey, buddy, I'll be in the hot tub with you.
No new player, right?
Right here, let's
This
watch
is
right
why I
here.
like this play, though, because when you roll out, guys can
Right.
kind of make their way into that defense. Everyone's moving.
Watch this, though. Oh, yeah, sweet.
Brett Lauer, who's just 9 seconds away from launching threes in practice on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Now the kickoff, and of course you do not want to see a long return here. McDevitt to kick. It's a good one.
And it's a smart one. You kick it deep like everybody should.
Frank at the 5-yard line. And there's a penalty flag on the play with 3 seconds to go.
Yep.
And Steve, I think this one's headed to overtime. I think we called it.
Yep. And there's Coach Pardee. It looks like he's a cat with a canary in his mouth right there. Look at that, 3.3. That was my grade average in 3rd grade.
That wasn't your grade average ever.
Really?
Yes.
Look at Lauer.
Yes.
He's all excited. Chris Hurd's got his little wristband. Chris Hurd, CH.
For you.
See that? For you, baby. It's all right, Lauer.
Hey.
He goes, the next month I'll be pumping in 3s to beat you too. How's that?
If I were Los Lomas here, I would not even take the chance. I would just put my knee down,
Yep.
and we will go to overtime from Diablo Valley College.
Yep, that's what they're going to do,
They
Dan.
take a knee, and that is it. Overtime in the North Coast Section 3A playoffs. Mortensen a touchdown pass. Lauer a 2-point conversion. 16-16. Clayton with 10 points on a safety, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion.
Unbelievable.
What a ball game.
Selection, service, and savings. How do we do it? Dedication and teamwork.
You'll receive one-on-one personalized service when selecting your next new or used vehicle. We won't drop the ball.
Good credit, bad credit, no credit. We'll design a finance package that makes you a winner.
And our full service shop is dedicated to keeping you on the road safely and in the game.
Come be a part of our winning team.
Mazzei Pontiac Cadillac, Buick, GMC Trucks, the winning team in Antioch. Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
Back at Diablo Valley College, we'll have the coin flip here. I want to remind you all you have the chance, the 2003 West Coast Jamboree Girls Basketball Tournament, December 27th, 29th, and 30th. Nationally ranked teams coming in, 15 state-ranked teams. Games all over Contra Costa County. Dave Jackson, our stat guy, putting it together. So go out and check out that action right after Christmas.
I never understood that. He can't even run a lawnmower, but he runs this jamboree that's one of the most successful things. They got people from New York City.
Well, Murray Bertram was the #1 team.
Okay.
So this is only important for who gets the ball first. They will have the ball, and I believe they scrimmage from the 25-yard line.
They do. They go for the, just like college, they go for the 20-yard line. And
Can choose offense, defense.
They get a chance to
and the
score?
goal. The loser gets to choose one of the other 2 options. Okay? And then we're going to just keep on going until somebody wins. Okay? guys are the visitors. You're going to call the toss. That's a head, that's a tail. Do it before I toss it. I'm going to let it hit the ground. He calls a head. And it is a head. Win the toss. You want to go on defense first. You guys are offense. Which goal line you or which goal do you want to defend?
Which way you want to score?
Which way you want them to go? You want to defend that one? You want to go that one? Okay, we're all going to go on that one. Okay. Let's take it.
Doesn't Los Lomas get to pick the one they defend?
Well, you know, I
not that it really matters here. No. There's no wind.
I've always liked when I got in this situation to be on defense first.
Oh yeah, because then you know what you have to do.
You know what you have to do exactly. Here you don't.
They kick a field goal,
and I think the Eagles deferred, didn't they? No, they're going down. Okay.
No, Los Lomas won the toss. They pick defense.
Okay, well then they get the choice of which way to go.
Oh,
Clayton
okay.
Valley.
All right.
If Clayton Valley would have won the ball, look at they're in their prayer right here. I tell you what. They better start firing the hot tubs up in Clayton Valley if they pull this one off, because it's going to be a hot tub party. Can I say hot tub? Hot tub?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my prayers are going out though to Christian Escher.
Oh, you bet.
Who was taken off the field. And as I said, Steve, you hate to strategize in a high school game about an injury, but do you think that had any effect on the Los Lomas players?
Obviously it did, Dan. I mean, you know, but it's one of those things that happen, and you know, like, you know, and everybody knows, you know, we have kids, everybody has kids, and our prayers and thoughts go out with them, but it's something that happened. You got to deal with it. Now you got to move forward, and this is the way it turned out. Who knows what would have happened? You can't sit back and think what if, what could have. This is where we're at. We're at overtime.
So there's no time on the clock, Steve. This is not timed. Actually, they put the ball at the 10-yard line. I didn't know it went at the 10.
I didn't either.
I don't know, unless this is some kind of a playoff thing.
Then maybe it's a North Coast sectional thing.
But I thought you started at the 25. I thought that in the Pittsburgh-Clayton Valley game, they started at the 25.
We did at the 25, but this is the North Coast sectional. Maybe it's different.
Well, irregardless, we're not running the game.
You ever notice weird stuff happens when we're around? What is going on, Dan?
So basically what you have is one set of downs to score. If you don't get it on by fourth down, you probably kick a field goal or go for it. Here's Clayton Valley.
With a delay of game.
And how do you get a delay of game after a 3-minute break?
I don't know. They're saying it's a legal substitution.
And now they have 4 plays to go 15 yards.
You know, and that's just, you know, well, that's a theme of the night. These guys, you know, this is what they do. They say, let's see how far we can come from behind to do this thing here, huh? Let's start out with a 5-yard penalty.
Well, at least they know they have 4 downs to go 15 yards to score, or 3 and then kick a field goal. Quisgard hands off to Johnson around the right side again. He runs outside a low. You know, Dan, spot it at about the 10-yard line.
You know what I think it is? I don't even think you get to kick a field goal. I think you just got to go in. I think on this, I could be wrong. That's why it's on the 10. You go in and try to score a touchdown. If you don't, the other team gets to try to score a touchdown. And whoever scores first, they get the match. But whoever scores first, you don't kick field goals here. You just try to score touchdowns. I could be wrong.
Is this the XFL?
You know what this is? This is like half European football and half Canadian football. Mixed up, and then
They're making up the rules as they go along.
They go out there, well, you know what, I'm reffing here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Now, I could be wrong. I just don't see how you can put a ball on the 10-yard line and they kick a field goal, okay? I don't know.
Mortensen in the slot, right side. Quisgard to throw. Slant inside, Garthwaite at the 1. Garthwaite got inside of Kalina.
Yeah, he did.
At the 1-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Real nice slant pass right there, Dan. Put it down the 1-yard line. Let's watch the replay. Almost a little bit of pass interference here because it looked like he was there early. Look at this. Look, what a throw. See, right there. I thought they might have thrown the flag right there, but they didn't. Well, I'm getting good at this. I don't care.
Actually, I will admit that you are.
Okay, right there, because you can see it even from behind. But they're on the 1 right here.
You've always been a very, very entertaining partner. But this year, you've gotten really good at the football part, and I think that's why it's been your best year. Steve Sanchez, MVP, here in the booth this year.
Which ain't saying a lot, but I'll take it. Yep, he's
in. Quisgard touchdown. So Clayton Valley starts with a penalty. They go 3 plays from 15 yards out, touchdown. It's 22-16. Now, I think they're going, are they going for one? Yeah, McDevitt's out there. So Los Lomas knows what they have to do.
Yeah, well, they do. That's true.
Got to score a touchdown.
Can I ask you a question? When's the last time Los Lomas had the ball? It seems like it was
God.
It seemed like it was Tuesday.
But it seems that way. But they did have it in the last 2 minutes when they punted.
Yeah.
And
I think the last time they had that ball, they had that great stance, and they just knocked him back. Look at this.
Oh, bad snap. That's Gorgon throwing, and it's incomplete. Now Los Lomas knows. Los Lomas scores a touchdown, kicks an extra point, it's over.
That's it.
So once again, special teams for Clayton Valley shooting themselves in the foot. How many times have we said that this year?
Dan, we've said it a lot.
I want to see the replay on this.
But can I tell you something? We can look at that. Let's watch the replay of the touchdown right here.
That was just I'm going to run behind big number 77.
Yeah, I mean, if I can't get a yard behind this guy, I don't, Look at that. Look at that hole right there. He's seen it. That might have just been all. He just might have just took off on that. He might have just seen that hole and said, I'm going in. That might not even be the play called. But Dan, the thing is here. Now look at, they stay down here with the ball. Whatever. There's some crazy kids. Dan, here's the thing. The defense has come up all year. Might as well have them do it again if they're going to win it, right?
This is the theme of the season, and this would be it for Clayton Valley. They lead 22-16 in overtime. Lolliger rolling on first down. Looks to the end zone. Throws. And over there in front of number 2, Frank, is number 32, Podol. And he knocks, that was Yamashita, and it was knocked away incomplete.
You know what's so fun about this, Dan, is that one mistake, one everything, it's over. This is it. We're going to see the extra point real quick, Dan, and right here is a real high snap. And right here he's running for his life. And usually if you throw it back against the grain.
Yeah, look at this guy over here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he's going to throw to the zebra. Guy goes, that's how come I ref. I never could play the game.
Second down, Lolliger, play action. Has Yamashita in the flat. He's at the 5. He gets away and he's knocked out of bounds. A great play by Amati, and then Mortensen cleaned it up. 7-yard gain, 3rd and 3. They're 3 yards away from tying it. Steve, this is how, it's almost sad that you got to put these kids through this.
Right. But here's a replay right here. Real nice throw. Yamashita right there. And you know what? That's a good job from him because he really picked up a couple extra yards right there after that tackle. That's a good effort on his part.
He got tackled by Amati, hit by another guy, and then pretty much slaughtered by Mortensen at the end of that play.
Look at these guys. Look at these Clayton Valley kids. Look at these guys.
Both quarterbacks have now thrown for 141 yards in the game. Can you believe that? Steve, what are you running in here on 3rd and 3?
What am I running here?
I want to run anywhere Mortensen isn't.
Well,
Mortensen's here. I want to run over there.
That's a good idea. What I do with Lolliger, because I think I put the ball in his hands, because he's really showed what a competitor he is. I roll him out to this side of the field, give him some extra time, and let him look to throw the ball. Because I tell you what, you're not going to run up the gut on these guys.
Almost,
okay?
I think what you're trying to say, and I agree, is maybe a play action into the line.
Yeah.
Rotate the other way. You only have to throw the ball 3 yards.
That's right.
And maybe you can get Swisher coming back against the grain.
Or whatever, you can do that, but just roll out and buy you some time. Give yourself the option to throw or run. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I like that running, that option down there close, like Clayton Valley had on their 2-point conversion that sent this game into overtime. 3rd and 3. Los Lomas has 2 plays to try to get in the end zone. And if they kick the extra point, they're going to win this game in overtime. Lolliger to throw. Inside. No. Oh, and it's tipped away.
What a play.
Up by Garthwaite.
What a play by Garthwaite. He did have it. And boy, that's a quick slant right there. That is a quick slant. Boy, I tell you, they almost had it, Dan. Watch this, Dan. 1-step drop, maybe a 2. Let's see what it is. 1, 2. Quick release right over the middle. Look at this. What a great play. What a great play. Oh, wow. This has been a game of great plays. Well, here it comes down, Dan. This is it.
Fourth down, they have to score.
This is for the enchilada, the tamale. This is for the whole can of beans.
The whole, just the special. It's for the cop special at the Mecca.
It's for the cop special at the Mecca. This is for the hot tub with the cop special at the Mecca.
We got to get a hot tub for a special.
That's it. And here, and there's Pardee. This is This will put gray hair on your head.
Man.
I'll tell you right here.
This is something. I'll tell you.
You know what, Dan?
And this is why I just don't understand why the NFL doesn't institute this kind of system.
Oh, this is great.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah. And you know what, Dan? The thing is, look for that quick slant again, because I'll tell you what, you've got to make a great play to stop it.
This is it. 4th down from the 3, 22-16 in overtime. Last play of the ball game. It's do or die for the Knights. Last year's 2A champions. Lolliger comes out, looks at the defense, and calls timeout.
Timeout again.
And that's it. He has no more. So this is it.
Just what our director-producer Matt Bowler needs. We're running out of tape. He's going crazy.
Well, Doug probably told him that. Coach Longero probably told him. Why don't you go out and see what they come out in?
Yeah.
Take a look see where Mortensen is, see where their safeties go, and then we'll try to drop another one for you. But last year, yeah, if you don't want to buy this one, as Steve said, you're probably not a fan of high school football. Purchase your copy of this game. Shipping courtesy of UPS included. Call 933-6264.
And I'll tell you what, you watch it, I'll come over to your house, I'll get in the hot tub with you.
Don't forget, next week, De La Salle in Pittsburgh from the Oakland Coliseum tomorrow night. We'll be there. Dan and Steve and our cast of characters out there at it's like the Howard Stern show going on tour.
It really is. We're on the road. We're going to Oakland, the Net Coliseum.
We go through that tunnel. There we are, Comcast.
There's Comcast. Kind of looks like OJ and Al Callen's car. They're on the freeway end right there. There's Matt driving it.
Where's AC?
AC's in the front. I tell you.
This is, you got to figure this is the highlight of possibly for Herc since he beat De La Salle, and for Doug in this situation, just for the strategy. This is as good as it gets in high school football.
This is as good as it gets right here, folks. Sit back, enjoy it.
They go to that weird formation again. They split 2 linemen out. They have 4 linemen behind Lolliger.
It's going to be over the middle again to the tight end.
I bet they're going to try
right here to the right.
Swisher. Yep.
Right to the right.
Lolliger. No, they throw to Swisher. He's got blockers.
He's in.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Oh, wow.
What a play.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
They threw it to, you would have thought he was going to go into the end zone, maybe slant inside. They threw a pass, just threw it right off the line of scrimmage. He had 2 blockers in front of him, and who's going to tackle that guy?
Nobody. And you know what?
And this is the biggest extra point in Los Lomas history.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, Dan. What a great call by Longero and them guys. Come on, please.
Who would
come up with that?
Who would be saying to himself, touche? I mean, what a call.
Yeah, he's just got to be going, that guy, he's killing me over here.
This is it, folks. Chandler.
Oh, he missed it!
He missed it! Oh, it's going on! A bad snap saved Clayton Valley's life again. How many do they have? They should be called the Cats. This is insane.
Wow. You know what this reminds me of? San Ramon, Monte Vista.
Yeah.
It's that crazy. Volume 2 right here. They're going to say that was the greatest game ever played. This is right behind it. I mean, I don't care. This is like God just said, okay, you know what?
God's sitting up there in the scissor lift. Yeah. He's going to watch this.
Let's watch this. It never had a chance. Right there.
Like God's right over here going, nope, it's going to go over here a little bit farther, because I want another
he's
quarter.
Kicking over. He's going, that's got as much as chance.
And it just missed because of the extra goalpost.
And he says, that ball's got as much as chance as Dan does with Sidney Crawford in that dream he was talking about. My Lord.
How much time?
Well, Dan, tomorrow night, Pittsburgh, De La Salle.
Hey, all he can hope for is a really good game.
How did we get this gig? What happened here? I know you've been doing
Well, we still got some tape.
Okay.
You know what happened? One day someone called me.
Okay.
And they said, Steve Sanchez wants to do the color.
Okay.
And I said, I thought about it for a minute. I thought, I know Steve. Yeah. He's pretty crazy. Yeah. And remember, we went and did the wrestling with Ferris in the studio.
Right.
And we had fun.
Right.
And I said, I think he can do it.
Okay.
And we've had our ups and downs. We've had you in a coma.
Yeah.
We had you one night at Deer Valley High School. You sound like Froggy from the Little Rascals.
That's right. I went through my little illness I had.
Yeah. You had a couple of games you were off, but you know what? When you're here and you're as good as you are tonight, it doesn't get any better.
Well, you know what the thing is that, life is all about having fun, and if you can't have fun, just stay home. That's where I look at it.
And this is a lot of fun.
You
talk about nerve-wracking. Now what kind of strategy do you throw out? Longero just called the play of his life.
Well, you know what? I don't know what. I'm just kind of. I'm speechless up here, really, and that doesn't happen very often. This is just, you just want to sit back and go, okay, well,
you know, they should almost institute the rule where you just, I see, this is my rule in the NFL, which is what I think they should all use. Everyone starts from the 25, and there's no kicking.
Right.
You have to go for 2. You have to score. You have to go for 2. There's no field goals, no extra points.
Right. Now, here's the thing, Dan, okay? That was the hardest 10 yards that team has ever got. Now they got to do it again. And Clayton Valley's going, okay, you know what? Do it again.
Yeah.
Because we're going to come back and do it. So I like this strategy. Here we go. Let's do it again. Put some nuts on that Sunday for me.
Yamashita in motion. Lawliger rolling, throwing, end zone. Interference. Swisher was being held down there, I believe, by Garthwaite.
So let's see what they do on an interference call in the end zone. Dan's go to the 1.
It could. Or if it's defensive holding, it could be 5.
5-yard line? Okay, let's see what Jackson says 5-yard line. So
that means 1-yard line.
Yeah. Pushing. Automatic first down.
It's at the 5. Dave was right, so apologize to him.
I apologize to you, Dave. You were right.
Now it's Steve 100 and Dave 3.
Here it is. Let's watch the pass interference. Pomegrantz, he was open. Oh, look, Morrison. Boy, he's got speed and stuff. Let's just see.
Well, he's out there in coverage.
Well, you know what? Garthwaite kind of fell down.
It was close.
Yeah.
First down from the 5. Handoff, Anderlight.
Look at Jaggers, 66.
Nothing. And Mick just said, I can't get no satisfaction from that.
And get off my cloud.
Because you're under my thumb.
No,
we could go all night on that one. No gain, second down. There, it says that there's no timeouts left. I thought you got a certain amount of timeouts in each overtime period. Lawliger to throw. Inside. Spiegel. Touchdown. Spiegel's in.
That quick pass out here on the flat is open, and they just really been capitalizing on that.
28-22 Los Lomas. Clayton Valley will have a chance to tie here. We're going to see. But they're sending Chandler out to it. He's probably got 6 shades of gray hair on the sideline.
Yep.
29-22. Clayton Valley has a chance now. Now, here's a gamble. If you score, do you go for 2 and end it?
You kick the field goal. You just keep going.
All right.
You just keep going, Dan. And don't listen to Jackson.
Well, don't listen to him.
No.
We should institute, though, we're running out of tape rule. When we get within 10 minutes, you have to go for 2. Yeah, we're not going to have much of a post-game wrap-up tonight, folks. So we'll prepare you for that now. As a matter of fact, we should probably, if this goes into another overtime session, start wrapping up the season for you.
Yep, probably should.
You might have to check the paper for your stats on this one, folks, because we're going to try to bring you everything here.
Yep. We're going to be able to show you who wins and who loses, but you know what? They're both winners out here tonight. I tell you, 2 great schools, and there's, I like that outfit. I think I'm going to wear that one of these times. Knowing me, I probably couldn't get out of it. I'd have to end up being buried in it or something. Here we go, Dan. Here we go again.
2 backs on first down, Williams and Johnson. Quisgard. Counter to Johnson. Johnson outside, inside the 5. Johnson out of bounds at the 1. That was a beautiful call, a counter play back to the left side. They went behind Mortensen's. He was on the strong side. I'll tell you, Steve, this one could go away. Could go away. This one could go all night.
Oh, no, my wife's never going to believe me. Yeah, I was with Walls at a football game. I got home at 5 in the morning. Where you been? I can hear it already. Yeah. Here, honey, smell my breath. I mean, look at this angle right here, Dan. Here's Spiegel right here. He saves the touchdown.
Here we go. Second down from the 1. Quisgard, touchdown.
Yep.
Now they need the extra point. This is where Herc's looking over at the coaching staff, I think, asking,
you got to kick
it.
You got to kick it.
I think he's looking and asking, what do you want to do here? Are we going to go for 1? You want to end this right now? They're talking about it. They're talking about this right now. This is not,
you just go. You just kick it.
I think he's sending them back out there.
No, they're going to kick it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to kick it in.
Come on, Herc. I was rolling the dice with you.
Yeah. It's easy for you to roll the dice up here.
Remember when Mike Tice did that, and then they went on and won like 11 games in a row?
Well, look at Monte Vista, the first game against Antioch. Bergman went for it against Antioch. He said, but it's a whole different ball game here. This is it. This is it.
This is, like you said, it's for the whole enchilada.
Well,
this is the biggest extra point in Clayton Valley history.
That's right. Here we go.
It's up. It's good.
Yes, it is.
29-29. Unbelievable. We go to the third overtime.
And we got a kid with no shirt doing push-ups.
Did you put a new one in? Are you going to put a new one?
Wow.
Well, folks, this thing's getting kind of crazy.
Yep.
There's Joel on the scissor lift. He has.
Look at him. Look at him. There he is.
Oh, the ball went in the scissor lift. I didn't see that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and Joe caught it. Joel caught it.
Joe couldn't catch a cold. Now, how can he catch a ball up in the scissor? He's got the camera, and he caught the ball, you're saying. All right.
If we go off for a second, we might change tape or something. You never know the way this thing's going. Okay, so we've changed one.
You know what? I'm just going to wait till Matt panics. If he doesn't panic, we're fine.
He'll start panicking.
He'll start panicking, but we'll see what happens. Wow, you know what, Dan? What do you think about Aaron Miles getting traded to the Colorado Rockies?
He might get to start now. We get to see him at Pac Bell.
Yes, I do. I've already talked to Herb. Went over there, mowed his lawn for him.
We're going to be in the
what?
Hot tub.
We'll be in the hot tub with the Miles. Look at this guy. He's a little excited. There's a nervous foot. Look at this guy.
Oh, that's Allman.
That's Allman.
Yeah, that's Tyler right there.
That's Tyler. And he was down there around the player who got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
He might have known. He might have known Escher. He looks like he had a little Halloween makeup on or something.
Yeah.
There. Well, when this one's over, I think everyone would have left everything on the field that they could possibly leave.
That's right.
Clayton Valley's going to start in the third overtime. I just want to say, if we do have to get out of here quick, folks, we thank all of our great sponsors over the year.
Thank you, guys.
Thank all of our crew and our friends, people that help us bring these games on. We will have a game next week, De La Salle and Pittsburgh, but the way this one's going, it could be crazy. Who would have thunk it? 29-29. It was 16-8 with a minute to go.
Yep.
First down. Quisgard. Hands
Here
off.
it is again.
Mortensen rumbling. Mortensen stumbling. End zone. Touchdown. Into the high jump pit. Oh, this is going to be a huge penalty.
Yep.
This is going to be a huge penalty. There's a personal foul after the play.
Yep.
Do they go for two? Or
I do now because you're going to be on the 1 yard line.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
Strategy here.
Because then your defense can just hold them and win anyway. You got both best of both worlds, because if you don't get it, it's not over with still. And what are you doing throwing that guy can just get up and absolutely put you in San Quentin. That's one guy you don't want to mess with.
That's like running down the street and like throwing like some mob guy into the
like personal foul. What?
Oh, they called it on both.
How do you do that?
That's called getting out of it. Is what that's called. Watch.
Well, how does it come the other way?
Well, I bet you they called Mortensen for taunting. Watch him push the ball out into this guy as he's running by.
I thought he was trying to go for the pylon with it.
Watch. Watch right here. He looks back. See?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm just saying. Or maybe he got up right here.
No.
Hey, have you seen worse calls than that in high school football?
No, come on now. How could it be both ways? I don't know.
I'm telling you, that's getting out of it is what that is.
Whatever.
I bet you, I'm just saying that in high school ball, Steve, you see penalties like that. I'm not saying it's right.
And you don't know what was said either. Something might have been said down there. But anyway, here we go.
So they got out of it.
But they're talking about it. I still think that's wrong. I still don't think you could push a kid like the taunting. That should be one of those ones where it overrides it. Okay,
exactly.
The guy's taunting, but you could actually ruin the kid.
It's like you're jaywalking, but I shot you.
Okay,
well, the shooting takes precedence.
Exactly. I mean, okay, if he's taunting with the ball here, which I still don't think he is, I think he's trying to get it over the thing. Now watch, he's not looking back at it. He's running in. He's putting it over the line. He wasn't. No, I'm not buying it, Dan.
Then Kevin Lowe sent him into the Olympic long jump pit right there.
Yeah, well, Morton was going to send Kevin Lowe to Higgins Funeral Home on A Street in Antioch if he got his hands on it. Okay. Yeah, see, now they're changing it. See, now that's the right call.
Still, now they have to look where they got to kick from.
Well, why, if there's unsportsmanlike, why would they have to kick from the 10-yard line?
Well, and why is there?
Why is it both on? They must have called another penalty on Clayton Valley. This is nutty.
I don't know. I just don't like it when you don't have explanation of what happened.
McDevitt has to send it through from 26. Snap, kick, it's up. Good.
Yep.
36-29.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Los Lomas has to do it all over again in the third overtime.
Now, what was the score with a minute and what? It was 16-8.
16-8. Well, I can tell you there's been 41 points scored, Steve, in the last, in the overtimes in the last minute.
Wow. Now, Dan, we've done a lot of football games. Got to do the Clayton Valley, Monte Vista game, the great game in the fog over there with 3 touchdowns scored in the last minute and a half or whatever it was. Written in the paper, undoubtedly one of the greatest games played at every level. Where would you rank this one at up there?
I would say in high school, this is the third greatest game I've ever seen.
And so you're going to go back
number 1
to
is
the
Monte
pit?
Vista San Ramon.
Okay.
Number 2 is Pittsburgh De La Salle at the Coliseum, and this is number 3.
This one, okay. Well, I was at 2 of them with you.
And then the Antioch-Pittsburgh game in '92, the overtime game.
I was at
and Herc said that was one of the best games he ever coached.
Well, I was at the Betty Moore Ford Clinic Center.
Lawliger throws to Yamashita. Yamashita has a path. He's down to the 1. Steve, this thing may go all night. We might have to run out of tape. It just might end that way. It might be good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We may come back here Saturday. They're still playing.
We might have to go straight to the Coliseum.
I mean, come on. These guys supposed to be in bed about a half hour ago, weren't they, most of them?
It's been,
this is crazy.
Been incredible when you consider the delay we had for the injury, 3 overtimes, a long half to begin with. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Give my cell phone. I got to call my wife. She ain't going to believe this.
Put your cell phone down.
Okay.
She'll believe you. They need to get back on the field. There's not an unlimited amount of time between plays, and they're on the 1-yard line. They have to call timeout. I think you get another timeout in each overtime period.
I'd sure like to know what happened that last time with Clayton Valley on the field. But, Dan, here we are. And this thing may end up like 51-51, and it was 16-8 with a minute to go.
It's
How do you tell that story to
It's
somebody?
like the one game that went to 7 overtimes back in 7 or 8. It was I believe it was like Kentucky and Arkansas or someone like that. But it was like 20-20, and the final score was 75-72 or something.
And I always wondered should that go into records? Like when a guy scores like 11 touchdown passes?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I don't know.
You're still
just
throwing
like,
them.
Yeah, you're still throwing them. Okay, here we go.
Here's Los Lomas, 2nd down. It actually looks like it's a little bit closer to the 2. We'll call it between the 1 and 2 yard line.
Power backfield.
Hand off to Anderlight. Oh, Mortensen just.
Are you kidding me?
Flattened.
Are you
Anderlight.
kidding me?
He was going. Look at Mortensen. Be quiet.
Yeah.
He gives you a little shh. That guy is a monster.
He goes, it's not my house, but now it's my house.
Watch this.
Let's watch number 5 right here, Dan.
Watch right here. Look at it. I mean, Anderlight was headed to the end zone.
Tom Johnson had an album out one time called Everything You Heard Was True.
And everything you've heard about that
this guy
is true.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. He really is the whole package.
He may be a legal package. I'd like to see his birth certificate.
That kid on the
yeah. He may be 27. I don't know. I'm starting to think. Huh?
Unbelievable. Third overtime. 36 to 29.
There's Rich Martinez, our buddy from Antioch. Grew up with him, played ball with Rich, good ball player.
This is incredible.
Just finished the JV season.
If you're not watching this one.
They ended up 6-4 this year, the JVs. He did a good job with the JV, so congratulations, Rich.
If you didn't read about this in the paper Saturday morning and then watch it, you probably had something better to do, which I can't really think of. By the way, I wanted to point out we have a good friend that helps us out here over at BaySportsRadio.com, which is Scott Armstrong.
All right.
He does the Miramani games. We've become friends with him. And if you're interested tomorrow night while you're watching this, if you want to get on the internet, because you can do TV and internet at the same time, he's going to have the Pittsburgh De La Salle game on the internet tomorrow.
Well, there you go.
That way you can get an update. Watch this thing. Into the line. What's the call?
They're not in.
I don't think so. They're on the 1-inch line.
You know, Dan, you don't run up the middle on these guys. You really don't.
This is it, Steve. It's spotted. I mean, you couldn't even put a shoe between the ball and the goal line.
Let's watch a replay right here. Lolliger. Look at this. And look who's in the middle of it.
You know who I would put in? Now, Los Lomas, I think you get 2 timeouts per overtime, and that's why I was confused. They're not on the clock. You know who I'd give the ball? You know, they went to Mortensen, right?
Right.
I'd give the ball to Swisher. I'd put him in the backfield and say, you stop him. And if you stop him, then the game's over.
Right.
That would be my play.
Right. And there's a left. And there's a right. And there's a left. And there's a right.
That's where I'd go get, like, I'd put Kevin Lowe in the backfield.
Okay.
You know, someone like that, and run Swisher right behind him. And
You know
say,
what
if
I'd
you
do?
can stop these 2 guys, and the game's over.
If I was coaching, I'd get on the phone. I'd have Sabaniani from San Ramon come on over, get in the backfield.
Tony Ferraris.
And I'd get Ferraris in the backfield from Acalanes, and I'd go, okay. Then I'd get Swisher behind him and go, now you go up the middle, okay? And if you could stop that, I'd tip my hat to you. Like your cup runneth over. You ever notice how Jackson tries to warm up to us?
Yeah, and
those
we
are good games.
ignore him. We just
I
ignore
love
him.
it. I love it. Look at he's poking at us. He's trying to talk to us.
What can he say about this?
I don't know.
I mean, this is as good as it gets. 36-29, third overtime. The ball's on the 1-inch line. I mean, this is like, the longest yard replay. Remember the longest yard with Kurt Reynolds? This is it. Here they come against the guards. There's the ball. That's how far they got to go.
Okay.
This is it, folks. Los Lomas has to score. Clayton Valley, the big defense, one more time. And they give it to Swisher. What's the call?
Touchdown.
Touchdown. You know, I got to become a head coach.
Yep.
They gave it to Swisher.
Did they? Good call, Daniel.
And he got in. And that's how you should. You got to go behind your horse.
Yeah.
You dance with the one who brought you.
Oh, that's it.
Now, the ever-important extra point.
You think Bill Shoemaker's
I don't know. Longero, here we go again. He's calling the offense over here. He might say, you know what? I don't know if I want to do
this. He's saying Dan. He's got 2 up.
He is. He's holding up 2 fingers.
Wow.
Oh, this is it. Coach Longero.
He goes,
the riverboat gambler.
I've had enough of this madness.
This is it, folks.
He's hitting on
going for 2.
He's hitting on 17.
36-35. This is it. Los Lomas, Clayton Valley, Lolliger, and a whistle.
Now they're going to have to kick it.
If it's on them.
It's on them. For the play. They wouldn't have stopped it. Watch this. They're going to move them back 5, Dan.
Yep.
It was in the neutral. 3 blue.
Oh, he was in the neutral zone.
No. Oh,
defense.
It's even bigger. Now they're halfway to the goal.
Yep.
Now you really got to go for 2.
Yep.
Why would you change now?
Oh, no, you're definitely going. But you do the same play. That's the thing. See, that 2 yard, you're against the best defense right here around.
I don't know if I would give Mortensen another chance to cream one of my guys.
And see that ball right there? It's a lot farther out than what it was before.
Here we go. From the 1.5-yard line for 2 for the ball game. Yamashita in motion. Lolliger rolling. Here comes Mortensen. He's there. Yamashita. It's good.
Yep.
Los Lomas wins.
Yep.
37-36. And it's a riot at DVC.
Wow.
What a game. What an ending. Unbelievable.
Wow.
The entire team, the student body, is on the field.
Let's just watch this, Dan. Look at this. Let's just sit back and watch it. Go ahead, Daniel.
It's unbelievable. What a game. What a finish, folks. What do you want me to do? Get out of here and come back? We'll be back to wrap this one up. One of the greatest games ever. Los Lomas 37, Clayton Valley 36 in 3 overtimes. Back at Diablo Valley College, one of the greatest high school football games you'd ever want to see. Steve Sanchez, Los Lomas 37, and there's Coach Longero. 2 times in a row is what he's saying. They won the 2A last year. They won the 3A this year, and that's a big step up to take on. You know,
to win it.
A lot of people say that the DFAL doesn't like to play the BVAL. Well, they played them tonight, and they played them very evenly, and they won 37-36 in 3 overtimes. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights as you see Coach Pardee, and very disappointed, but a very valiant team. Nothing to be ashamed
They got
of.
nothing to hang their heads about. What a great team effort these guys, and a great season they had, and what a great, one of the better high school defenses you'll ever put together.
Absolutely. There's Kevin Lowe and Brendan Swisher, who have played since they were sophomores, and we've seen them for the past 3 years here on. And I'm sure that he's given out some game balls, and our players of the game, and I would definitely put Lowe in that category. We're Brendan Swisher and John Lawliger, the quarterback for Los Lomas. And I don't know if Tony's going to have time to visit with them, but there's Coach Coakley addressing his troops on the sideline.
And what a great job. He just here said, keep your head up. That's what he said. You know, he's done a great, marvelous job with the coaching. And you know what? I just read Coach Pardee. He says, I love every one of you guys. You know, I mean, right there, that's what it's all about.
Steve Sanchez, Matt Bolander, and our great Comcast crew. This is Dan Wall saying goodnight from Pleasant Hill. We're in 3 overtimes. The final score, Los Lomas 37, Clayton Valley 36. The Knights are the 3A North Coast Section champions. This has been a high school sports production brought to you by Comcast in Walnut Creek.
Good night, everybody.